Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live on a Friday night. It's a Feel Good Friday. We got 3+ hours of wrestling coverage with the Wrasslin for Life Network. We're going to go through SmackDown. We're going to go through Rampage. We're going to have a whole lot of fun doing it, folks. Strap in, strap on. Feedback. But folks, I don't know if you caught that, but I got a little feedback there. But folks, we are live. We are rolling. It's going to be a good night. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live, folks. And we are back at it again. As always, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network, the channel that just covers more wrestling than anyone else on a completely different level, folks. We are here all the goddamn time. We cover all the wrestling, and we're not going to stop anytime soon. But tonight we got SmackDown. Tonight we got Rampage. Lots of questions to be answered. Lots of wrestling to get into. If you didn't know, well, now you know. I am Mr. Every Night KJ White. I am the Iron Man of YouTube. And
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I want to just try something right now. Of For Lifers, acknowledge us. No, absolutely. It's 100% a Feel Good Friday. We've got SmackDown, and I'm getting a replay right now, sir, of the reveal that Jey Uso, this family stuff, man.
Dude, we got a lot to talk about with this bloodline shit. Like, we got to get deep into this tonight. And I know we got people filing in and filling up the chat. If you're just tuning in, make sure you click like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you join the chat. Say hi. Say something. But, dude, we're getting, like, family pictures. It's getting deep. It's emotional.
Well, and so
there's so much to unwrap here, dude.
I want to throw out this initial theory that I've heard thrown out there, because now we're getting conspiracy theories. Like, this is soap opera stuff.
There's a hot one, and I think
that Jey is trying to be pretty much the sleeper cell.
Yeah.
That he knew Jimmy was going to get hurt if he didn't go back with the bloodline. That's why him and Sammy whisper the whole little thing right before he super kicks him. So it's going to be Jey from the inside.
Yeah. There was a debate about what he said during the hug.
You did the HBK to Ric Flair of "I'm sorry, I love you," and then just super kicked the fucking face in.
Listen, man, what a fucking amazing moment! I mean, what a pop! Like the pop for Jimmy showing up.
That pop gives you even when they hug, because that's what I just got. That gives you the goosebumps.
The hug,
right
they
there.
came unglued, bro.
This is the most captivating thing going on in pro wrestling.
Period. There's not even a close second.
Right.
What is another storyline out there right now that you're like, no, that's just as good or close?
Yeah, there is nothing, and that's why I think that they're having the segment after Raw that's now gotten put out there to where you have Cody picking up Sammy and dusting them off a little bit. We're getting them, paired up nice and good.
And that's another part of this story is you have two options with Cody Rhodes. One, run away from Sami Zayn, or two, embrace Sami Zayn. And I think him coming out to help Sammy and him and Sammy being unified. So now the fans are less likely to still have that. Well, it should be Sammy. Now, you build that camaraderie. But the Rhodes are here. Oos in the house.
Speaking of being in the house, we've got Larry here with the money. See money, what up? Matt, what up? Rocco, the good paisan. Jordan, what up? Ronnie, Small Mark, A-Town. What? Dale, and then even the early birds here, Damian and Victor, as we've got Heyman hugging it out with Jey Uso right now. JV, what up?
Judgment Day versus Legato should be decent.
This is a little awkward here. Heyman hugs Jey and says, "I'm proud of you." And then it gets all.
And he says,
awkward.
when you find out where he's at, tell him I'm really.
We're gonna have. There's been rumors and speculations about a couple of things that we're going to get on
Jay
SmackDown
not happy.
I think, we've had talks that there was going to be a segment between Jay and Roman. We don't know how it's going to go. So this is, again, compelling. And
lots
also
to unwrap here, man.
Right. Well, and also it's also been rumored, speculated, percolated, all of that we're going to have the Great Muta announced as the first inductee for the 2023 class of Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Tonight as
we
well.
kind of knew that was coming, though.
Did we know it was going to be Muta? Because we were still speculating on quite a few names.
I thought Muta was a good bet just because of all the stuff that happened with Nakamura. Like, I felt that was the trade-off.
Fair enough.
You know what? We'll let this happen. You go there, you know, da-da-da-da-da. I say, why not, right? The guy had a good career, and based on the standards of getting into the Hall of Fame nowadays, I'm all for it. He's one of the
especially when Triple H is in charge. I mean, guys like Antonio Inoki are in the Hall of Fame, and I know obviously there's a difference between Inoki and Muta, especially when it comes to the relationship with WWE, but still.
Yeah, but still. And there's a lot of names in there that are debatable. I don't think Muta's
Coco Beware.
Coco had a great career, man.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of what's the one that Tori Wilson.
Tori Wilson's a tough one. I even think Sharmell was tough.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
You take that back.
Just because they were, you know, in their home state and they didn't have anyone else, it wasn't a good one. I'm not saying she's bad. Her career just didn't garner Hall of Fame level anything.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
All right, a cup of tea.
A cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah. JV, am I a cynical? Am I cynical for not enjoying this part of the Bloodline storyline? Yes. Simply yes.
Jinx.
Sorry, yes. Who is the main event tonight? Probably, honestly, the Roman Jay segment, because it looks like we're starting off with what could have been the main event right now with the fatal five-way to see who's going to be challenging Gunther for the IC title at WrestleMania.
Is it disappointing that Xavier Woods replacing Kofi Kingston?
No. King Woods, you put some respect on that man's name.
I will not.
You will bend the knee to King Woods.
I don't think I will. I'll prefer this guy with the sword here over the guy with the trumpet.
Mark saying kicking it off with a banger. Well, if you ask Sheamus, it's a backstabbing bastard instead of a banger.
Man, they need t-shirts. Backstabbing bastard.
That damn tweet of just backstabbing bastard after backstabbing.
I thought it was great.
Nick, Duck of what? Duke of what?
Duck of what?
Dale's already taken Drew for the win. Keyshawn, Drew and Sheamus for the draw. Accusations.
I would argue
that's
that
what Larry was saying. Allegations. No, it's accusations.
Depends, but yes.
Right. Muta, Batista.
I like Batista as a show. William Regal's interesting.
I like pretty much all of those, except I think if the Midnight Express went in, wouldn't Cornette have to show up, and that might be a little bit of a situation.
It's funny because I feel like I've listened to enough Cornette where I felt like he kind of said at some point, like if he ever got the nod, he wouldn't be involved. Like I'm not leaving my fucking house and leave me alone. And but then recently, when this came up, he was kind of like, well, maybe. So
I could at least do a video package, pal.
Right. And I mean, he'll say, well, I did it for the Midnight, right? I think the Midnight Express should be in there. They're somewhat overlooked. Lex Luger is an interesting one. I mean, to me, he would
be the Lex Express.
Yeah, he was a pretty big deal at one point. I mean, even when he jumped over to WCW, like, what the fuck's he doing there? There was moments. So yeah, everyone else.
The man who never celebrated, like no one celebrated a non-title win for a championship like Lex Luger.
Oh my god, poor guy.
But yeah, go ahead.
He just lacked that, charisma, that personality. But they tried.
Well, I mean, he was Narcissus before. So
remember that?
They had him with Heenan
elbow. The guy's my uncle.
Yeah.
The fucking they used the big fucking forearm was the finisher.
But I still feel like I almost wanted to say when you were talking about Cornette, I'll do it for the Express. I did it for the
I did it for the Express.
I did it for the Rock. I did it for the people.
Right. But yeah, the
Cross versus Gunther should be good.
You think Cross gonna win this?
Yeah, well, I like that Cross is at least in it and not dealing with Ray.
Amen.
I'm
LA, there's my pick to win this. Let's go.
No, remember, we're going to get versus what?
Yeah, versus what? Yeah, I think the problem here
Stroganoff
is LA Knight's still kind of pushing the heel angle a bit, I would say. But people like him too much. He might accidentally get over, but Gunther's definitely a heel. So you're kind of stuck in a pickle there. If Xavier Wood wins this, I'm going to be disappointed. Just saying.
I think he's the dark horse 100%.
He's not even supposed to be here.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today. But we could even just get Drew versus Sheamus as a singles match.
I would have been fine with Drew versus Sheamus, singles match, number one contender. Now, what I hope kind of happens with this is Sheamus and Drew get the pin at the same time. You get in stereo, you get the pump kick and the Claymore at the same time. They both go down. The Rev has to they both got the pin. They both got the pin. Triple threat Mania. Let's do it.
Well, I was gonna say that's what it's got to be, unless they do the Undertaker Kane both sit back to back for the pin. They both pin one person at the same time. That would be the only way.
They just lay on top of each other, or they both collapse. I don't know. It's probably gonna be LA Knight that takes the pin, just for the record. I'm calling LA Knight to take the pin.
Didn't you call him as your goddamn pick?
Not anymore.
He talked himself out within 30 seconds here.
I want Drew and Sheamus to win. So I don't know. Am I allowed to pick two people?
Yeah, that's why I think a lot of people honestly would be picking a draw, because that's the rumored, speculated, match that's going into WrestleMania. Right. But no, Clark Street, what up? Mike, what up? Keyshawn, yes, I will remind everybody, folks. I know I see a lot of comments. We've probably missed plenty of them. We do have the super chat, the super stickers. We got the Discord. We got the merch store. We got anything and everything. We got Spotify. We got all sorts of stuff for you, folks. So absolutely. Like I said, we do have the super chat and the super sticker. If you do want to make sure that we read your comment, and half the time we have a battle royal of the super stickers, because on our end, it shows up all goofy.
Yeah, folks, get your super stickers in so we can make the main event for tonight. If you don't get what that means, just send a super sticker. We'll explain it.
Right.
If we've piqued your interest, send a sticker.
Pause. Yep, Damien. I will be watching March Madness. Fair enough. I'll do you one better, KJ. No one wins. We have a 6-way ladder match.
Son of a bitch.
Interessante.
A ladder match involving Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and fucking Gunther sounds insane. But maybe not the most nimble of ladder match bookings.
No, it's gonna look brutal as hell, because you won't get all the flippy-doos. You'll get literally claymores into ladders and white noises through ladders and stuff like that.
You get the big beefy bangs. Pause.
You pause. You went all sorts of weird with that. But no, you'll get the future shock DDT onto a ladder and everything.
Yeah, I imagine. But how are we gonna pull off nobody wins?
Yeah. No contest.
It just breaks down into a brawl and the ref gives up.
I can't. I lost control.
I've lost control. No contest. No contesta.
No contesta.
Oh, there you go. Who do you got for March Madness?
Oh Lord. I'm over here. I'm thinking about XFL that we got coming out tomorrow and everything like that. We're watching SmackDown right now and Rampage later. I'm still thrown off as to why the hell House of Glory isn't on Fight right now.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing.
I was excited for that card. So
just a house show.
So weird.
Right.
When a lot of their stuff was advertising it for Fight, we would have been like we've said, folks. Nobody covers wrestling like we do. We would have been here covering House of Glory, SmackDown, and Rampage.
It's true,
but for in attendance only, I guess.
Right. KJ, I like the triple threat. Yeah, it's a good thing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Woods gets pinned. Pause.
Beat me to it.
There you go. Woods gets the pin. All right. I want Drew McIntyre or Karrion Kross. Yeah, what do we do with Kross?
Good question. Who was it? I think we've talked about him maybe tagging with somebody. Who in the Rudy Blue? Damian Priest, maybe he goes Judgment Day.
Austin Priest? Nah, I don't know.
Spooky Bollocks tag team. Oh,
Yeah.
Corbin. That's who it was. Corbin's not a bad
Cross
shot.
and Corbin.
Yeah.
So it's like Corbin. They're really treating Corbin like shit again. So I don't know what we're gonna do with Corbin tonight, buddy.
Not have him on our screen. That's hopefully what.
Probably.
I like this smart sadness.
Smart sadness. Snowstorms aplenty.
Yeah. Sheamus for the win. Scott, what up?
All right.
Corbin and Cross. There we go. So you're taking the double pin.
I'm taking the Banger Bros.
The draw between the Banger Bros. Pause.
I'm going for the Banger Bros to double up. Pause and pause.
Right. Ooh. I mean, I want to go with you, but for the sake of being difficult, and maybe just because my head might explode if we have a versus a what-off at WrestleMania, I'll take LA Knight to win.
Yeah, you think they're gonna set that up? Like, yeah.
I can already picture the promo. Like, your name's LA Knight. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Knight. What? Yeah. The guy who got jobbed out to Bray Wyatt. What?
Yeah.
The guy who lost to Kofi Kingston on a SmackDown. What? Yeah.
I had enough out of you. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Rumors are Becky versus Trish at SummerSlam. Well, fair enough.
Ooh,
I mean,
so Trish would be staying around then.
It would seem so. That'd be quite a while, right?
That'd be interesting. Could we then potentially get another Mickie James Trish Stratus match?
Potentially.
Could you imagine?
I'm in. I think it'd be amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go.
As everybody except for Woods is on the outside right now. Drew gets his head thrown into the ring post. Oh, LA Knight's in the ring with Woods.
Yes.
3 years until my next birthday. Unbroken. I challenge that, sir.
3 years until my next birthday.
Well, because Ronnie said 3 weeks until my birthday.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's that leap year thing, March.
March, that stupid, lousy March weather.
Right, that March 13th is, it goes missing once in a while. Oh, Drew.
It looks like we've got LA Knight and Cross teaming up together a bit.
Yeah, the crowd is pretty quiet on all this. Wake up, crowd. It is dead in there. Am I correct?
It's not bad. It's not what you would have thought for something that we thought could have been the main event. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that this is on so early, but I'll take it. Good start to the show, but this has been slow as molasses, dude. Like very slow.
Well, it's very all right. You do your thing, I do my thing,
but at a very slow pace.
Well, there are also 5 men involved, so that's
but the other men can fight at the same time.
Touche.
Oh, Karen going for the single leg crab. Sheamus eats the post. LA can't breathe. Xavier's still shaking his head and recovering. Been selling for like 4.5 minutes now.
Yeah, I just got to Sheamus in the post. I'm gonna refresh.
Don't do it.
I got a cutter from LA Knight, or reverse cutter, actually. 1, 2. How far behind am I? Like seconds?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got LA Knight clipping Karrion Kross. Under Siege is a 2-day event for Impact Wrestling 27th of May. I'm pretty sure it's in London, Ontario, no?
You Canadians getting all the things.
We're getting a lot of like Impact and GCWs here.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys are getting AEW over in Winnipeg.
That's true, too.
That's why you might be getting your girl Taya showing up versus Jade Cargill in a big, beefy girl show off.
I'm down. Let's go.
All right.
What's up with Xavier Woods' hair? Sometimes he looks like a clown. No offense. You can't. It's his look. It's his look, man.
Right,
everyone be uniform.
Exactly.
Oh.
Drop toe hold.
Yeah, Taya Valkyrie. Very true. Very true. I think it'd be excellent. I mean, and I think if they could use the Taya Valkyrie full time.
Does she stay in AEW?
She shocks the world and wins and stays.
Well, even if she doesn't win, I could almost see her being involved. Is she like a decider in the kind of woman's
She would be
faction warfare they've got?
She'd be an outstanding addition to that division. Oh, Xavier Woods, the only one up now. I think too many of the guys have spent way too much time laying down in this match. That's what's bothering me. It's like very, like you said, you do a move. Okay, you do something. Like,
it's a lot of, to quote Mr. Cornette, I know we've mentioned him earlier and all of that, but at times it's, all right, clock's running. You can't sell a move that goes until like you're, 3 minutes down.
Knight and Cross are a tag team.
Oh
no!
1, 2. Woods almost about to win there. Hassan, what up?
Oh, Imperium here. They remind me of the Swiss bobsled team from Cool Runnings.
That, or what's the? Are they like the Icelandic or Russian or whatever team from Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, Iceland, right.
That's what it is.
The dentist.
And you have Drew and Sheamus are the Bash Brothers.
Right. No, people are talking a lot about this. We are on a commercial break, folks. Gunther and Imperium are out on the stage now. They are scoping it out, scouting it out. The 5-man's going on. It's been a bit slow for me considering how the names are lined up on this one. High expectations of a banger of a match. I don't know if I'm getting a banger out of this right now.
Pause.
But to Dale's point, yes, a lot of talk about AEW fans being disgruntled, fed up, not really loving it. I mean, you're still at 858. This is the show off after your big pay-per-view. And if you keep throwing up mashed potatoes, that's what's going to happen.
Well, you had people even mention about, I saw the alleged report that, it's showing up it was less searched than
us.
Not quite.
Not quite.
But versus Elimination Chamber. So, and it's normally been the one that beats out any WWE pay-per-view. So not only is ratings down, etc. is down. The Google searches are down. I don't want to say about pay-per-view buys because I can't remember the number off the top of my head.
Right.
Now, granted, I will say the pay-per-view itself was fantastic. Probably one of my favorite AEW pay-per-views. And that's not just because MJF won and had a classic match and promo afterwards. But shout out Pickles, I guess. But
shout out Pickles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now because I do the XFL show for tomorrow and everything like that. And their viewership's 571,000 viewers is their average after week 3. So, I mean, it's AEW's chasing down the XFL. They're moving the wrong way as far as chasing, WWE product.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, you see we talk about it. We've been AEW fans from the beginning. We've watched fucking almost every minute of it, Nick, and if not every minute of it, and then some, and the YouTube show. Right. But yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of things to bellyache about lately. For the week-to-week show, Dynamite's been not good. Even on paper, it's not good. You read the lineup on a last Wednesday, this Wednesday, the minute you saw it, I'm like, oh fuck, like, what are we going to do? Like, and now next week's lining up to be what? We're going to have opening the show, Orange Cassidy and Jeff Jarrett again. Yeehaw.
And they're already having to rename the belt that they just created not too long ago. It's now the International Championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't get the All Atlantic thing. I don't know where it came from, but I'm getting a Stone Cold Steve Austin package. That's interesting. What?
Too Sweet Pistol Pete. What?
Nice.
Going on.
So Pete.
858,000 is not a weak showing. That's a lot of people, not include those streaming, watching the replays or watching clips.
Yeah, go ahead.
In perspective, I'll give you that too if you want to make that case. But it's good. But when you're losing out to like Desperate Housewives, and let's see the carryover numbers from the Big Bang Theory, and when you're quote unquote the second biggest wrestling promotion in the US and your numbers pale in comparison, I know it's the stupid tribalism a bit. But
no, but dude, to my
to
point is,
go from 1 million views when they had the
Mhm.
big announcement to now in 2
Yeah.
weeks' time after a big pay-per-view.
Oh,
LA Knight up
suplex
top.
from the trio. Whoa, into the superplex. Oh, we got Drew
Oh,
carrying
whoa, bro. That was a whoa, bro.
bro. But yeah, no, I think here's the thing. 858, yeah, they're like, okay, that's a pretty good number for us. It's a pretty good turn on the grand scheme of things. But realistically, I mean, why are you not floating around 1 mil? Why are you not pushing 1.1 at this point? Why are you not progressing that audience? I don't know how you could overly be thrilled with, uh, that average, that number. I mean, it's all right, but you look at 2 weeks ago, it was even lower. Like
Well,
they're
when
in
you
a tough
lose
spot. They got to
viewerships throughout
grow
the
their fan base.
when you lose viewers throughout the show, like significantly, especially even on like your go home show, to where you lose almost like 200,000 viewers from start to finish, that's a problem.
Yeah. Now Drew tossing around Carrion and LA Knight. Look, Ronnie, me and you got issues, buddy. It's not
Oh,
happening
Lord.
this time.
As a native New Yorker, I'm not getting involved in this, even
Oh
though I
my
live in
god.
New England.
And then, listen, I can't, the Bruins are on fucking fire and they've been on fire the entire season. It's disgusting.
Because of
And it makes
cocaine
it
bear.
it's fucking upsetting. Ronnie, I'm not happy about this decision.
Whoa. MJW, MJF, the biggest star in professional wrestling right now. Facts.
No.
Well,
no.
No.
Hold the
As soon as I said, I
phone.
was like, wait, no, there's Roman.
He might be
no.
third or fourth.
No, 2.
No.
Who would you have as
star?
Who?
I mean, dude, Cody's a bigger star than him. He's more notable, more
Cody 3.
notoriety. Sammy, maybe. He's in a small ship that pulls in 800,000 views. It's
But how much of those 800,000 views are him now?
Oh, absolutely. He's number one in his company for sure. But he might be a little down the chart on,
But see, that's the thing. I think that's the whole point of even like the Iron Man match and the little bit of a parody of the All Out press conference. Beat to the Bowery to Woods.
Now to Carrion.
Right. MJF showing no matter what, he's the best doing this. That's at times of why the Danielson thing felt a little weird and it felt like MJF was coming off a little flat because he was doing so much. Because I think he realizes he's kind of carrying the fucking company.
Yeah, no, he really is. He's kind of like, again, he is that top guy in that company is for a lot of reasons now. But as far as being interesting, as far as moving the needle, he's it. He's it. They want to pretend like Jericho is, but he's not really. We saw that when he was main eventing with all those Ring of Honor title matches. Didn't do what they hoped to do. Yeah, I mean, Brian.
I think that might be part of the problem is that there's so many guys that they try and push instantly to the top and make it seem too cloudy at the top, like Moxley being so much at the top, Omega, Jericho, etc. Versus it's very clear in WWE, Roman Reigns is the guy, but that's how you build people around it. If they're all chasing the guy, if you build up the guy, especially a guy that's supposed to be the devil, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled, all of that. And they all have to try and do anything they can to take him down. Christ, it worked with the goddamn Avengers. It can work in professional wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Oh, look, here it is. There it is. There it is.
Claymore now. They're racing for the pin. We've got a double ref count. 3.
Where'd the second ref come from?
Why was the second ref there?
Called it.
I guess shout out Ref Jess, but still, what the fuck? Why were you there?
Yeah, this match had 2 refs since when? Can the non-ref count? That's not fair. Wow.
Who's the legal ref instead of who was the legal man?
Yeah, who gives a, like, wait. You're not even supposed to be here.
Who's the Xavier Woods ref? Wasn't even supposed to be here today.
So wait, was it LA and Xavier Woods?
Yes, actually, okay. I think everybody
kind of was right on this one. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, everybody wins. It's like in GCW, everyone wins except for Charles Mason.
Called it. Wow, Keyshawn. We all did.
A little bit.
Who wins? Triple threat. Triple threat. That you did. There you go. 1-0. Paul with Kayla.
I miss them on Talking Smack.
Right? That's a long-winded question. Like, get to the point, lady. Let's go.
Today, Junior.
Right? Shit. I tried of that Usual Suspects quote and the Batman quote. It's overused. Don't you guys think? You mean
so confused.
I am Batman? Is like
Right, explain yourself because vitamins.
Right.
The second ref was used earlier in the match. You missed it. Fair enough.
Well,
we do have that happen from time to time.
I've never seen a match that automatically had two refs.
You at times though will have
Earl Hebner count with two hands, yeah.
Yeah, that touche.
Come on now.
But absolutely. Well, we do miss stuff from time to time because we are, hosting the show, talking to y'all fine, beautiful people, and still try to watch it. So I know famously we missed the JBL horns on the limo when he was pairing up with Corbin.
It happens. Yeah. And we do miss quite a bit. This is funny. Chubby Zac Efron would be the man we affectionately call Coke. Coke. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was it Mac Daddy? Daddy Mac? Magic Daddy?
Zebra stripe gum, because that man is just going to fucking down.
That gum must taste like absolute chalk within 30 seconds of that man having it. I had LA Knight winning. KJ, can you read my two-part comment? Oh, Larry, nothing would make my heart happier.
Pause.
Let's go. Oh, wait. Part 1. Match for Raw after Mania. Cody with belt versus Sammy versus KO. Regular match. Part 2.
No, because you bury them.
No, I really think you're going to see Sammy and KO with the tag belts for a little while.
Yeah. And then Dissension.
The Dissension.
Mm-hmm.
Go Leafs, go.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch ball right now.
Double pin. Victor the Great. I'm Greece. Hello, USA. Well, he's USA. I'm Canada. Hi, Greece. I think we got South America, Philippines, India, Canada.
What?
I know we got our Irish buddies, our Scottish fans. Big shout out to the Soul Man. Go check him out, folks. But yeah, we're global. We're a global empire.
I got viewers in different area codes in different areas. See what I did there, folks? You know.
Victor the Great. A-Town, welcome back. STV, welcome to the show. How soon as a tag team? They're going to go after Usos at Mania. That's going to be the plan. And Cody Rhodes is going to be the guy who says, listen, we can work together and take them all out. You go get Us. I go get the big dog. And we run it Mania. And there you go.
Right.
Maybe it's night 2, back to back. But listen, KO, Sammy versus Usos, main event night 1. I think you go home happy.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm Florida. I like it.
I'm in danger.
That's exactly what I thought. Iron Mike Sharp for WWE Hall of Fame.
Who?
What?
No. Well, they did announce that they were going to officially announce the first inductee to the class of 2023 for the WWE Hall of Fame later tonight. Batista promo followed by Hall of Fame announcement. I'm going to guess Batista is the inductee.
I'd
When did
imagine.
we get a Batista promo video? I didn't see that.
I missed it. I'm on. Yeah, no.
We'll just get
Maybe.
Batista doing the. So tell me what you want. What you really, really
I feel
want.
like right now the chat is doing like the Mighty Ducks, like Minneapolis, Minnesota, Houston, Texas, where they all like fucking
Well,
like
there's the one dude with the
Maine.
lasso and shit, and then
Yeah,
there's the
like
goalie that's from Maine. Speaking of
right.
which,
I'm from
all of that
Florida.
shit.
I'm from
Yeah,
Maine, Canada.
fly for lifers, fly.
Right.
I'm a peacock, and you got to let me fly.
Monet, hell yeah. All right. Who gonna be in Hollywood for Mania? Not I, sir.
Well,
Are
I
you gonna
think
be there?
I think the dudes from Cheap Pop are going to be there. I think
True story.
CJ was trying to get there.
I think he got a ticket.
Yeah, so one of us will be there, just not one of us on screen currently.
It's true.
But yeah, so I think everybody's making the great migration west. Everybody's going to Hollywood.
Dave Meltzer gave MJF and Bryan Danielson 5.75 for their 60-minute match at Revolution. What do you think?
Go ahead.
No, you. This is your boy. Like, shit.
No, you. This is my boy. No, you're the one that's got beef with Meltzer. I don't give a fuck about his ratings.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck about his rating system either. And I mean, I really don't. I mean, at least he gave it more than 5 stars. I'd say. I mean, whatever 100% is, or
what's
90.
the match that Omega had that got like 7.5 stars? I think
Yeah,
that was
like what match got 7
3,
stars?
which I mean, if you're, that's like how we'd ask for ratings and shit like that at the end of the night and say out of 10. And if then all of a sudden we were like, nope, this one gets an 11 out of 10, and it's a meh Raw or something. Okay, so then now this one, that's a great Raw or a great SmackDown, gets a 15 out of 10. Like, how fucking out of whack does your system need to get?
Osprey versus Omega star rating got. So the match from earlier this year between Osprey and Kenny Omega got 6.25 stars. So 0.5 better. What is the fucking rate? What's the maximum you can get on this rating system?
No one knows.
Is it 7?
Meltzer's whole system is like Blades of Glory. If it's provocative, no one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
Okay.
It's just like how John Moxley was Wrestler of the Year, respectfully. And we've got votes, and then we've got points that get votes, and votes that make points.
I want to see something. Young Bucks.
Well, and then we've also got Keyshawn brings up of how they're WWE is allegedly trying to legalize betting on WWE.
Yeah, right. Easy money. I mean, that's interesting shit. They have to go through a whole security procedure. It would make the finishes interesting because now you're almost compelled to fuck with the audience.
Well, and they're having to make sure that everything would be fully under lock and key, and they'd have to allegedly redo their whole entire creative system because you would have people that would know the outcome. So it's such a weird thing to think about with betting on pro wrestling. I mean, I get it if you're doing it between friends of like, oh, you eat the 1 chip challenge if you lose type shit, but still.
Yeah, I don't know how you get it to a secure point where there are no leaks. Like, we consistently talk about the fucking leaky system that is wrestling. How the fuck are you going to keep the dirt sheets? Would be putting shit out every 20 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. You'd have whole channels pop up that are just the betting odds for professional wrestling.
Yeah, like it would be nuts.
But so we've got Drew and Sheamus backstage, and they're broken up by the Brawling Brutes.
So Dave Meltzer. Is this Dave Meltzer?
I
was just trying to see.
Well, Damien says MJF versus Bryan Danielson is the second highest rated match in company history by Dave Meltzer.
There you go.
What's the first?
That is a very good question. That is a very good question. It's got to be a Bucks or Kenny match.
Does it have to be that, or could it be MJF versus CM Punk?
I don't think Meltzer would go that way.
That's true.
The highest ever 7-star awarded to Okada versus Kenny Omega at Dominion 6.9 in Osaka. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I said, of all pretty much everything outside of the first one for Kenny and Okada beat his 5-star system.
This kills
As
me.
we're getting,
I'm not going to read the match or anything. I'm not going to bore everybody. I know we're watching WWE right now, but like this is like the top matches. It's funny because it's Kenny Omega. Get back here. It's fucking nuts. Let me see.
But there's no bias here, folks. Well, at least I'll say this. There's no bias here, folks, because even when the wrestling sucks, we never do. But absolutely, Mr. Tony Khan, who needs to get his phone taken away from him after he's tweeting out every 10 minutes of thank you, everyone, for tuning in to AEW Dynamite.
Okay. So it looks here that the highest rated match in AEW history is Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus Matt and Nick Jackson. Number 2, the Bucks versus Penta and Phoenix. Adam Page versus Kenny Omega.
Hold on. All right. We're moving on past Meltzer right now.
Hilarious.
Because we haven't announced, folks, officially the first inductee
is
Ray. The class of 2023 is Ronald Mysterious, Rey Mysterio.
Yo, did Dom fuck up his Hall of Fame?
That's where we get to the match at Mania.
Right? He's doing his Hall of Fame.
That is such a valid point. The second you said that, I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's what finally snaps him. Is like he's doing his Hall of Fame speech, and Dom comes out and drop kicks him in the chest.
No, I'm saying even if Dom comes out right now and just does that. Well, I mean, we've already seen what happens when someone tries to rush the stage. When Bret Hart was giving a speech, you can ask FTR about that. So I don't know if we need to have Dom try and rush the stage during that. If somebody might really catch these hands,
right?
But yes, Booyaka 619 is now going to be in the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame.
Crazy. First inductee.
And we all heard the dirt sheets and the rumors saying it was going to be Muta.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean it's not Muta. Fair enough. And usually we know by now. There you go.
Well, I was going to say, Muta might still be in, but yeah, I was like, he's the first though. So it can't, Muta can't be the first if he's the first.
No. And I didn't expect, I don't know. Muta's going to be in there, I imagine.
Fair enough.
Where's Dustin and Cody? In the Hall, what? In the Hall of Fame?
Well, one's in AEW and one's in Monday Night Raw.
Boom, 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 boom. Ray, the first Hall of Famer. WWE creative. All snitches and informers. Exactly, right? How are you going to do that?
No, be insider trading 100% of, you'd have everybody betting on, well, I got a hot tip that, Christ, if you're Dave Meltzer or if you're Sean Ross Sapp, I'm not trying to question their credibility, but if you get the sources you got sources on and everything, you might, place a little bet here or there.
I might be wrong, but I mean, that could potentially affect things like injury disclosure and stuff. Like you won't be able to fake an injury or kayfabe an injury.
That's a very valid point that I don't know.
Right? You can't do that in sports. It's right. Like, so I mean, it gets interesting, right?
Right. As the whole crowd chanting, "You deserve it."
And Dominic Mysterio says,
and before Ray can even he just gets out. No, I was talking about best matches in AEW. Keyshawn, I'm lost now. Money, it's Booyaka. What? Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis, ECW 95. Fair enough, JV.
Outstanding.
Apparently, that's JV's match recommendation.
There you go.
Ronald Mysterious.
I mean, with Mysterio, you can go through a collection of bangers.
Him versus Eddie, I think it was one of the Halloween Havocs to me is top match.
Little Purple Ray?
Yeah. Really Ronald Mysterious because he was Mysterio.
Grimace like.
Well, no, it's the Phantom. That's what he was.
Yes.
Bet Dom comes out. Well, ask down, you shall receive. Dom versus Ray in a retirement match. Maybe.
That's what I think it should be. Mask
versus career.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Well,
beat you.
actually, no.
You
Well, Dom don't have mullet versus career then?
yeah, maybe. Mullet versus mask.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm ashamed to be your son. Ray doing like the upset dad thing kills me. Like it's a bit of an overreaction there, Ray.
But is it because
Oh
the fact
shit!
that
Look.
is it
Uh-oh.
because his son
Uh-oh.
is bigger than his dad? Oh, this
Babyface
is how we set up
Phantasma.
Judgment Day versus Legado.
Yeah.
That's how we got here. That's how
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got here.
But it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, the heel faction comes out to be the babyface against the heel faction.
Well, there we go.
I didn't know
And now they're
Excalibur was in
aligning
the
with the
front row
babyface,
there
so
with
that
a
makes them
GameStop
babyface.
hoodie on, by the way. What?
What?
I said I didn't know Excalibur was in the front row there with a GameStop hoodie, by the way. You see him, he's right in between right now. Ray
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Or it might be Evil Uno.
It might be evil. Oh. Whoa. Escobar gets a pop.
I want this match right now.
Right now.
Does Legado start pretty much a new LWO like Eddie did in WCW?
Yeah, if you book them right, because I think they're talented, and I think they did a really good job in NXT. And yeah, I mean, maybe not more of what we saw in NXT of the kind of that that boss, more of a suave feel to it than maybe the LWO. But yeah, definitely down in the same vein.
Well, if he's kind of that Don, could you still imagine? I know he's been teased about coming back to AEW, but while we are in commercial break right now, folks, but we're setting up to get Judgment Day versus Legado del Fantasma on SmackDown. But
yes,
if we got Andrade El Idolo, and Roosh and Santos all was a faction. I mean, it'd be a little bit of crossing Los Ingobernables and LWO, and just yes.
But keep in mind who's in charge right now, right? I mean,
keep in mind the company's up for sale right now too.
Well, that too, but regardless, let's act like it's not. I mean, you literally have a guy that faction after faction after faction. He's faction friendly. Him and his buddies are like the classic factions of all time. Like Triple H is good with I think you could see a lot of factions through WWE.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I see where you're going there.
More.
How Captain Faction there is wielding the helm now.
Faction friendly.
Literally, even his friends became a faction within professional wrestling. Right? So
he just likes being in groups. So it's like, you guys be friends and you guys be friends. And I mean, you start seeing it now where there's we got Judgment Day and then we get Phantasma and then, we kind of had Hit Row. It's not really working out. Shit.
Yeah. Well, we already had the Bloodline.
Right. We had the Bloodline. How can I miss them?
Does Vicky, Chavo, or Conan get involved in this? No, and no.
Eventually, I think that's what happens at Mania. Is Vicky comes out, gives.
Vicky would be the only one, honestly.
Chavo would surprise everybody.
Yeah, but would he get? Which would get a bigger pop, him or Vicky?
I don't know. I think Vicky might, just because it's so obnoxious.
Just excuse me.
Yeah, like they go right before they start to lock up. She comes, you get that screaming.
Well, and you get the fact that it would have been Eddie's wife if Eddie was allegedly, we go this whole, you're not my real dad.
Too funny.
The man's got a mullet and a mustache, so
a mullet and a mustache. But listen, they've done a lot with Dom. But I really think it didn't happen here yet. We'll see how the rest of the night goes. But it would be really funny. You get to the Hall of Fame, and that's where Ray finally snaps, and they have a brawl at the Hall of Fame. Dom fucks up a Hall of Fame speech. Never happened before. Let's do it.
Ray's gonna hit a Hurricane Rana off the stage for the Hall of Fame,
right? Yeah, he'll get the best of Dom, but then they'll lead to the fight the next night, right?
Right. And WWE bringing up about how Bad Bunny is going to host WWE Backlash. So the first pay-per-view outside of or after WrestleMania is going to be hosted by Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. We'll see how that crowd is. It should be raucous.
Little bit.
Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, folks, we are rolling through. We're hitting about the 50-minute mark, almost coming up to the 1 hour mark here of SmackDown. So the halfway point, and we will be rolling right into Rampage coverage as well. You have me and Big Nick rolling through tonight. And
Wow.
yeah, man, keep watching, keep tuning in. Like we keep reminding everybody, we do this all week long. Most weeks we go 6-7 days, but literally did 600 streams in 365 days. It's been a trip, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
1.45K subscribers in pretty
Keep
much
it
a
coming.
year. Just past a year.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, Dynamite, I believe.
Yeah,
Right
that
now
was
at
it.
this point. Why?
Yeah.
But absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry I cut you off if you had anything else.
That's it, folks. Just like, subscribe, do what he said.
We're the alternative commentary for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're the wrestling channel that even the wrestlers themselves watch, as you can see with our interviews with Cole Radrick and Grim Reaper. And even if you go and just watch recently, when we're here covering AEW Revolution, even people in the crowd that are at the show are tuning into us. So if you haven't already done so, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. And 100%. It's a feel-good Friday, so why not spread the feel-good vibes? And like I said, folks, we do have the Discord. We got the Instagram page. We got our socials going down beneath all of that. We've got our Twitters. We've got, the merch store. We've got anything and everything. We've got Spotify. We've got this, that, and the third. So 100% nobody gives you coverage like we do. But yeah, Big Jeepers, what up? But right now, folks, we do have Judgment Day versus Legado. So give me your predictions. Who you're taking in this in this six-man tag match. I wasn't sure. Honestly, I had to double take if it was Dom there, if it was Rhea. We would have had Intergenta, maybe had Zelina. But let me know who you're taking, folks. Slushy Core, someone needs to put Dominic in his place. And who might you think that would be, sir? Or ma'am, honestly. I think, honestly, you let him. I think Dom wins out on all of this. If Dom takes the victory at WrestleMania, Dom, obviously has looked like the badass going into this whole situation. So I think 100% you let Dom just kind of ride it out, and respect to Ronald Mysterious, but 100% he is very much in the back nine, at least, of his career. So I think, as they're mentioning about Eddie, as Dom was about to set up for kind of the Three Amigos. But yeah, Dom's got more tread on his tires as far as his career, and he's just getting started. So he can deal with taking the win, and it puts a lot of shine on Dom, even if he is going to be a heel after this. Jeepers shaking JD. Edge gonna interrupt, says Tyrell. That's a valid point, sir, honestly. Ronnie taking Judgment Day. No, Larry here in Rio wants Liv Morgan in Judgment Day. I don't know about that. The six-man tag match is going to be a banger. Shout out Damien, leader of the Hopium Nation, I believe. But I'm creating a stick. Good Lord, Simone. K-Dog induct Ray. Honestly, no. I think maybe that's where you get Vicky involved if Vicky is the one that inducts Rey Mysterio. Because I think that would be really cool, honestly, outside of just storyline-wise of having her be the one to induct Rey. Of who else would really do it, I don't know. Conan's relationship, I guess, when it comes to WWE. But unless they're going to make it full storyline and say Dom's the one that inducts Rey Mysterio, but I don't think Rey would want his moment like that to be used. WWE wouldn't want to do a whole moment like that and have it used completely for a storyline. But so I think Vicky would be the one to induct Rey. KG agreeing with me there in the backstage there. Bronson, Beacon, Moose Fudge. What the fuck is going on? There we go. I already got that one. But I've got Priest with a big splash in the corner right now. Finn Balor sponsored by Rental Wrap. Little bit. He's got a little bit of the aluminum foil on there. Little bit looking like a Thanksgiving, or he's, making a baked potato or some leftovers or something like that. Conan perhaps the only one that can induct Ray. I don't know. Like I said, I think Vicky wouldn't be a bad shout. As Judgment Day right now in control of the entire match, so knocking everybody onto the outside, and we're setting up to go to commercial right now, folks. So 100%. Let me know how you're feeling so far as we're just about to hit the top of the hour for SmackDown. How you feeling on a feel-good Friday night? If you get Conan and Duck Max Moon. No, well, Max Moon, Conan as Max Moon never actually made air. It was, I can't think of his name right now, but it was somebody else by the time Max Moon made air. It was Conan. He had worked dark matches as him. And that I honestly didn't initially mind the WCW run that Conan had of. They very much treated him, I guess, the most towards how he wanted to be booked, of being, the Mexican Hulk Hogan, I guess is the best way to put it. I mean, everyone remembers K-Dog, but things I didn't think I'd be doing on a Friday night is, breaking down Conan's career. But Valdez has spoken, strap the jetpack to Conan's back. What the? How Conan's getting over apparently with the channel tonight. Ronnie, I'm glad you're doing good. Absolutely, folks. We are rolling through SmackDown. We're about an hour in tonight. We've got AEW Rampage still coming up later tonight. I know we're going to be here talking XFL week 3 tomorrow as well. And you still never always know when we might show up, but we still might, find something, that piques our interest or anything like that. Christ, we've been joking, saying we're going to end up here covering the Antique Roadshow. So absolutely make sure you hit that bell notification. Damn, this Papa John's commercial is making me hungry with the munchies, but that's the vitamins talking. I don't understand why TK made Sammy Guevara versus Action Andretti again tonight on Rampage, because Tony doesn't know what to fucking do anymore. Honestly, at this point, how many, and this might be for wrestling fans of a certain vintage and all of that, of how many bookers can you think of was head of creative, head booker, executive producer, owned the company, all of that, and did it for 3+ years? That's right, nobody. Tony's been doing this too much with too little experience, with no one around him to rein his shit the fuck in. Pardon my language, I guess. But he really needs to hand off the reins to somebody else, because at this point I don't know how I keep booking everybody every week doing the same things. Well, it's because that's all you know how to do, Tony. You like your certain action figures and you play with them because they tell you you're cool. But we are back from action right now, or back from commercial right now, as we've got Finn and Santos in the ring right now. PJ, what up? They should put Jazz in the 2023 Hall of Fame class. Fair shout. I almost feel like she might have gone in, but I feel like I probably am wrong on that. But yeah, I would 100% be down for Jazz going in the Hall of Fame. Raul Mendoza, takes the pin to Condom. Yeah, well, that's the good joke of, if Ray would have worn a condom, we wouldn't have gotten Condom. So there's good GCW card tomorrow night. I know, Damien. I know. We've looked at it. Well, TBD, I guess. Agreed, JV. Nick, wrong. You forgot VKM. He done all of that far longer than years. Vince did not book everything and was not all you did. I know as much as Vince wanted to be hands-on as we've got a tope from Santos on everybody as everybody goes splat, and now Rhea's cut Zelina and just power bombs her into Mendoza and Escobar. Now we've got Dom's in the ring right now. But no. Oh, baseball slide from Dom in array. But Vince did not. Oh, Damien with the super kick or the big boot, actually. Roll up from Dom. 2, 3. And so Judgment Day wins. And Dom Mysterio gets the pinfall win. So, like I said, we're very much setting up for Ray versus Dom at WrestleMania, I feel. But yeah, no, Vince didn't do everything that you are trying to say that Tony does, as much as like he would meddle and be involved a little bit. But at the same time, you wouldn't know about guys like Bruce Pritchard or John Laurinaitis or even Jim Cornette, or outside of being commentary with Jim Ross, you wouldn't know all the backstage roles that they had because they actually had backstage roles. Tony Khan's the one doing anything and everything. Dom said, why don't you shut your mouth when greatness is speaking? As he's saying he wants to have a man-to-man with Ray. Sleazy win makes sense. Damian Priest rocking the purple Judas. Sorry. Jake, what up? Judas Messias tights. Oh God, that's still one of my underrated, like, favorite misused storylines that they did in TNA is Judas Messias, Abyss, and honestly one of my personal favorites of Relic, of who was actually Johnny Stamboli from the FBI and WCW under there. And I think it was part of the Natural Born Thrillers too. But yeah, that was I'm probably one of the few people that would actually mark out a mention of Judas Messias. Dom saying the only Hall of Fame you deserve to be in is the Deadbeat Dad Hall of Fame. Man, this man, like, your dad had a match to win custody over you. How the fuck are you going to say this man's a deadbeat dad? He had a ladder match with one of the greatest of all time, Eddie Guerrero, to make sure you were his son to have custody over you. How are you going to call him a deadbeat dad? Well, I know I'm part of the select few that would think that, as someone who might think that too.
Speaking of the select few,
right?
No,
Dom Mushmouth.
All he do is come at him. Is Dom? Look, come on, Ray.
You have no marbles.
Oh, Ray finally got one up on him. No marbles.
The crowd popped with Ray just rolling out of the way and Dom dumping himself onto the outside. Is this working to the point to where we just got a pop for such a simple thing that it's gotten to the point that it's ramped back up to a fever pitch a little bit?
Yes, no, absolutely, Nick. That's what's good about this. I don't think they should. I don't think Ray. I know I tease him. He should not cave in until like pretty much Mania.
Fair enough.
Or that final moment where he like really close to Mania.
I only say before Mania because I want to see a halfway bit.
You want a bit of tease?
A little bit of the build up for it, a little bit of the tease. As the prodigal brother has returned.
Yeah, we're going to get a recap of that fun situation. We got Ricochet and Braun, though.
We got the Brawny the Strowman and the Ricochet.
Against
the prodigal brother returning, the prodigal brother will take a pause.
There you go. Up next, Ricochet, Braun Strowman, the Viking Raiders. Folks, thank you for being here on a Feel Good Friday. We are in a commercial break. We are just past the hour mark of SmackDown tonight. I'm getting a little Top Gun remake between Miz and Maurice, and Maurice sure fills out that jumper. But that all being said, folks, we are here all night long. We're bringing you Rampage next. Big Nick will be back in a moment. I am KJ White. Keep the chat coming. And remember, like, subscribe, join the family. Guys, we do this just on a different level, at a different speed. It's not fair, but it's how it goes. Watch along, watch party, live stream, whatever you want to call it. We just do it on a different level. So thank you for joining us here again. And here we go. GCW is in Montreal for GCW versus IWS. Yes, I think Nick ignored that last time it came up. But yes, we're definitely talking about it, Damien. I don't know. Pro wrestling is the art of getting more out of doing less. 100%, dude. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people have talked about when it comes to AEW. They think more is more. But at times, no, less is more. Like, you don't have to show all your cards right away. You don't have to, I hate to pick on the guy, but you don't have to bleed every week, because if you do a little bit less, if you don't go all the way to bleeding every week, when you do bleed, when you do have that moment, it's huge. It's big. It's solid. I mean, it's the same thing. We look at MJF, and he talked about people criticizing how often he wrestles. Same thing with Roman Reigns. But when they do, it's a spectacle. It's something to remember. 2 matches in a row, we leave going, holy shit, MJF put it out, right? Like, he wins the belt. Then he puts on a clinic against Bryan. It's excellent. Condom is the best heel in wrestling. He might be. I know the MJF fans right now are cringing at that thought. But yeah, no, I don't think he's the best in wrestling. He's definitely found a good stride. He's been really good. He gets under the fans' skin. And again, for what I understand, a lot of this wasn't expected. Just kind of started getting hot when the Rhea and Dom thing kicked off, and no looking back. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Could we get a Rikishi appearance? Maybe. I mean, there was rumors. Remember Raw 30? We were supposed to get the the bloodline, the whole line was supposed to come out. Rikishi and the head shrinkers, they're all supposed to be there. Fatu's everywhere, but it didn't happen, and we ended up getting the trial of Sami Zayn instead. So maybe at some point, I still think the way it's being written right now, I still want, and you guys will been witness to me saying this for weeks, but I still want that like training day Denzel moment, right? Like, where everybody kind of turns on Roman. Everybody's sick of him being a tyrant, running things, and it's not good for him. But that's kind of how I want to see it play out at some point, and then he goes away for a while. The Miz and Maurice WrestleMania ad. Yep, it's vitamins time. It's re-up time. That's why we're green, right? We are the green channel. Braun Strowman, Ricochet for the win. I agree. I'm going to go with you, Damien, on that one. So Nick is going to take the Viking Raiders, or the Hot Topic Raiders, as he likes to call them. Let's keep it real. Dom and Ray remind me of Elizabeth and Macho Man. Finally got back together after all the teases. I feel the crowd is going to react the same way when Sammy and KO. Yeah, I think that Sammy and KO reuniting is good. I mean, I think at some point you kind of have to give in and let that happen. Jimmy Allen going to be performing America the Beautiful. There you go, folks. If you were wondering, Becky G is going to sing the other anthem or something. I can't remember. Enjoying the stream. Great hour. Thank you, Sonic Boom. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. It's always a fun time. And what? Charlotte Flair, looking like a member of the Blue Man Group. Sorry, got caught up in the Blue Man Group memories. That MJF press conference was funny as, yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, the thing that kind of throws me off is, could you imagine Roman or Sammy or someone from the WWE walking into a press conference and talking like that? However, AEW is a different animal. And I mean, everything from the pickles, like doing the Punk thing, but using pickles instead of muffins, calling out the press, even during the match, like giving Meltzer shit. Are we going to lose a star for this? And, sure enough, 5.75. Not bad, but not great. Looks like the main event of Rampage is Sammy Guevara versus Action Andrade. Yes, that is true. I believe that's true, Damian. I know they're fighting again tonight. It's been a weird time. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll talk about it when we get to Rampage. I mean, there's been some mixed emotions, and I would say that talking to a lot of AEW fans, a lot of AEW fans want more out of Tony. Now, there's still some diehards that get mad at you even suggest that there's something wrong. However, I think there's a good collection of real smart fans in AEW that know what we're getting fed on Wednesdays is not up to snuff. With that being said, folks, Braun Strowman, Ricochet in the ring. They got a little like tandem, Ricochet slides through the legs. There we go. MJF is the best heel in wrestling. Yeah. I know someone said Dom, Matthew, but I think MJF is better overall. He's a pickle chomper. Yeah, no kidding. Ew, by the way. And pause. Is that a kosher pickle? Apparently it was a kosher dill. Looked disgusting to me. I won't eat it, but hey, all the power to him. I'm still waiting for Rikishi. Maybe not Ring of Tire. Don't quite get it. A dill hole eating. There you go, PJ. Is a genius for that. No, I thought all of it was good. So here's Valhalla. And here come the Hot Topic Raiders with their furry shields. I feel like they could just get rid of the shields. I don't need the shields. Am I being picky? MJF is liked. People want him as the champ. It's not real heel. I would argue that. Like, and anytime he does flirt where the fans are starting to cheer for him, they do respect him as a heel. I don't disagree with that. But yeah, I wouldn't. There's no way I would say it's not real heat. I think when he turns on the crowd, and I mean, when you're in a rivalry with like Bryan, I think a lot of people would have liked Danielson to win that belt. And a lot of people do not like MJF. It sucks that Kofi Kingston misses WrestleMania this year. Yeah, I feel bad for Kofi, but I'm not really. Kofi's at that part of his career where we don't necessarily need Kofi at WrestleMania. It was a rumor Roxanne Perez died. Okay, I got you, Ronnie, earlier today, but she didn't, and the Wrestling Observer had it. Wait, did the Wrestling Observer report that she died? What do you mean she died? Get the fuck out of here. I didn't see that. I'm curious, Ronnie. I hope so for his mortal soul. Charlotte Flair for the win. Okay. Jumping the gate. I paused because I had too much Munchies, Ricochet, and Hot Topic Raiders. Too much brawny Ricochet. Oh, I thought you said Munchies. I was like, yeah, he definitely left for Munchies. KJ, remember back in the Bill Watts days, kind of, and his no coming off the top rope or fighting in the outside rule. Every time someone actually did it, it became special. No, absolutely. I mean, do I want them to go back to a place where you can't come off the top ropes? No. But I used to remember when you would see like a tope or a Hurricane Rana and you'd lose your mind. Like someone do a tope, a suicide dive. You'd lose your mind. Oh, shit, look at this guy. Now it's just commonplace. Everybody does them. Even the big guys do them. So I get what you're saying. I really do. We talked about it a little bit with Revolution where it played a dangerous game. You have, a buried alive or, final burial match or whatever the fuck they wanted to call it. Then you have a Texas death match and you have a chaotic 6-man match, trios match. And then you have a 60-minute Iron Man match. A couple of matches were full of blood. It does kind of temper what you're doing. And the WWE has a bad habit of that too. I'm not just picking on AEW. Like, with the, here we go again. This is how it's going to happen. And it tends to. Braun O'Shea wins. Fair enough. Oh, Braun chucking Ricochet into the Viking Raiders. Monster of monsters. Yeah. Braun Strowman, Ricochet for the win. Twins, the first God of War. There you go, Ragnarok. Raiders win. Ricochet takes the pin. Nah. I got Ricochet and Brawny. Brawny the Strowman. Braun and Rick O'Shea brothers for the win. We get Ricochet and Braun Strowman versus the Good Brothers. There we go. I'm okay with that. I don't think we get a match, but in-ring segment with yeah and what. Yeah, but we thought that last year, and then it turned into something like, it turned into a random match. So who knows, Rocco? If you don't have the shields, how do you know the Vikings and the kids won't buy the action figures? It's all about the toys. It's all about the marketing. It's all about how do we make another billion? Yeah, I get it. But do we really? Come on now. They're already Vikings. What's up? Welcome to the stream. I hope we see Rey Mysterio versus Dominic at Mania. I feel that's where this is going. And I really think over the next couple of weeks, if Dom continues to harass Rey, I really like the idea of Dom fucking up Rey Mysterio's Hall of Fame speech. I really do. I think it'll be this big moment. You let Rey get it out and his sentiments and thank everybody. And then as he's wrapping up, out comes Sonny Boy to fuck it all up. Hold that point, Roxy, till I'm back on commercial. All right. Hurry up, Nick. I want to know about Roxy. You watched it live. Remember, I quit NXT, so I missed it. I did see clips, though. Pause. What? Pardon? Happy Super Mario Day. Is it really Super Mario Day? That's awesome. Now that you've said that, KJ, I remember when I first saw the Canadian Destroyer. Yep, absolutely. You think about P.D. Williams and Shooting Star Press is a good one. The 7-year itch. Shit, man. Like when I was a kid, the DDT ended matches. It was over. Now, you guys, if anyone's been tuning into this channel for more than a minute, you guys know how I feel about assholes using the tombstone. It's like hockey players wearing 99. What are you doing? It's a bad move. Like if you're going to use the tombstone, you better fucking get a 3 count because you see these. Well, we saw it the other night, and I know it was MJF, and he sold the knee, so I'll give him a little bit of slack. But man, like I mean, if you hit a tombstone off the second rope, it's over. If you hit a tombstone, period, I think it should be a protected, sacred move, and you see them all the time. So, pile driver is another one I think gets used too much now. Like we went years without seeing any pile drivers, and now they get used on a regular. But yeah, with and the Canadian Destroyer was another one where it really was a really cool move. Spanish Fly's kind of like that too now. Rick the Bullet O'Shea. All right. The former Roxy is still alive. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I did not hear any reports to the contrary, but I'm curious of who reported it. Are you excited for the return of Stu Grayson and the Dark Order and Hangman Page? No, Damien. I'm not. I feel bad for Adam Page. Wow. Ricochet down. 2 count on. Eric takes the 2 count. I almost feel compelled to be cheering for the Viking Raiders at this point. I just need some raccoon makeup. Back to the point. Yeah, no, I'm not excited about this. I think the Blackpool Combat Club could break up. I don't care about it. Adam Page still being in a beef with Moxley after the Texas Death Match. Where do they go from there? What's the next match? Like, what is it? A sword fight? A gun duel? Like, where do Moxley and Page go after all they've already done? I don't think Page should be hanging around the Dark Order. I think it holds him back. And I actually thought Page, after beating Moxley, might be one of the people considered to be the next guy to go after MJF, whether he wins or not. Rhythm and Blues for the win. Fair enough. Big fan. I get it. Ray is retiring, hence the cover of WWE 2022. They showcased his career. Is WWE 23 a foreshadowing? Very good question, PJ. It could be. I mean, we see John Cena get very emotional on Monday, seem genuinely taken aback by the moment. Maybe he knew it was one of the last times, if not the last time, he would be in Boston, or at least for the foreseeable future. You know how people don't really retire. But yeah, this could be his last little thing. Like he does a run with Austin Theory to Mania and says, toodles, you know what? I'm not as young as I used to be. I like doing movies and whatever else. So this is it for me. Sayonara. and it would be a good passing of the torch moment. Nick, save me.
I was gonna say, speaking of passing of the torch.
Holy shit. That frog crawled all the way into my throat. Pause.
Pause. Why are you swallowing frogs now? But I see, I guess I missed
like
my little pause here of I'm stuck taking the Viking Raiders here. Hot Topic Express. Ricochet powering up Eric. Handspring into Ivar. Poison Rana. Or actually, no, just Hurricane Rana. Sorry. 2 count. I think Tay is Jay's next opponent. That's the rumor that everybody's floating around. As 2 count from Eric.
I like it, Nick, and I hope she's staying. I really do. I think AEW could use Taya Valkyrie. Well, and I still think they should only have one belt.
It's interesting to say a company that has that many people on the roster and has so many people sitting at home, what have you, all of that. They're saying that they could use people, but she would be a great addition to their women's roster. I'll say that.
Right.
I worry she will get lost within the shuffle. Like, what if she shows up because
she shouldn't, though.
Yeah, because it's a little bit just because it shouldn't. Right. You could name a whole list of people that they've already paying that shouldn't have gotten lost in the shuffle that did.
Right. I just think like Taya and Hayter would be a banger, I think.
It would. 100% it would. It's you question of can they pull it off?
Yeah, I mean, they have to use her appropriately, but right now Ricochet going for a tag. Braun kayfabing up the steps there. It looked funny as shit.
Put one foot in front of the other.
Tony,
you'll make the mediocre tag.
Right. Tony's done that a few times with the debut. Now, if she loses, there's a good chance she's not staying, right? She'll just show up for the moment.
That's the thing, that's why I'm wondering. Well, you talked about
but let her win.
Jade getting up to
100.
Goldberg's type streak and everything. If she turns around and loses right now, would be the Milan Miracle, the Winnipeg winner or something, whatever acronym you want to come up with. But
the Winnipeg Make-A-Wish.
Oh, you said that, not me. I guess you can get away with that because you're Canadian. But...
I love it, maybe. Oh, Braun misses one Viking. I think Valhalla helped.
Choo.
Oh, Ricochet. This is
the Brawny train coming down the tracks.
Yo,
just went right into the announcement table.
Did you see how they're filming this? Oh, Valhalla is scaring the shit out of Ricochet. Is Ricochet wearing chaps?
No, he's going a little bit back towards, I feel like that kind of when he would wear like the halfway Superman gear.
Fair enough.
But he's up on the top rope.
Ivar out of the way. The Viking Raiders are going to pick up a W, bro. And he just kicked his head off. OFF off.
Oh. Some lucky fan, probably the kid that MJF threw water on, got a souvenir of Ricochet's head in the front row right now.
You guys think people are upset about the cup of water? Whoever just took Ricochet's head in the lap might not be too happy.
Right.
Ivar off the top and 1, 2. What an upset.
Wow.
The Viking Raiders with a huge W, and a lot of you out there better be checking 1 in the loss column because I know a lot of you.
I backslid into a win somehow.
I gave you a fucking W.
Let's be honest here. You weren't trying to give me anything. You were trying to hand me a hot spicy L, and it just backfired and blew up in your damn face.
It kind of did. But who would have thunk it?
Well, what has Valhalla done outside of being a manager, honestly?
Right, do you hear what Mikey just said? He put some kind of spell on Ricochet. Oh, fuck.
She's in Roxy Laveau from TNA.
Right.
I put a spell on you.
Well, even like, you got the death dolls that just pop up, right?
Valhalla versus Rosemary in a
Let's go.
Forbidden Door 7.5. Book it.
Where are we going with this? Why debut someone on a loss? Got that one. Jarrell Clark doing the 630 for the first time in TNA, mind blowing. Oh, Gunther.
The challenger is singular, Mr. Pierce.
He's so good, man. I don't care what anyone says.
Scrap Daddy is the best authority figure I think they've had in WWE since I'd say Regal.
What did you think of people that suggest that Tony Schiavone should be like the voice of reason or the guy that represents the company?
I'm
Jack
trying to think
Tunney.
of the name. Jack Tunney. There we go.
Jack Tunney.
Thinking of that. If you did something like that, I mean, get him off commentary.
For sure.
Could you get JR to do that? Would JR want to do that?
I don't think JR would want to do that, especially if it requires a lot of walking. And that's not being.
He's just got to be backstage. He's got to come into his office.
I think JR would be amazing because he'd give that, get out of here, you son of a bitch.
Goddamn son of a bitch. No nonsense. I think JR would work better than that. I mean, granted, that might help enhance our business because we do say we are the alternative commentary. So then you have Schiavone, probably Jericho and Excalibur on commentary. So then 100% you need to tune into us to be the alternative commentary with that commentary team. So
listen, Excalibur is not great on commentary. I don't care when anybody tries to convince me otherwise. He's not. And he's like sitting next to somebody who's watching it and telling you what's happening at the same time. It doesn't work. You need to dictate the story more than he does. But he's new at it, so I'll give him some slack. Tony brings nothing to the announce table, and there's too many people. Taz is the best one there by far.
Taz corpsing is the greatest thing ever. Right. Destination.
The best shit.
Ruby Soho is the best song, and that should be her fucking theme song.
Oh shit! Rumor is Ricochet on his way out. I wonder.
Oh,
now, there's a man that would get scooped up and do very well in AEW.
Yeah, spicy meatball right there. Right? But we've got Charlotte Flair coming out to the ring right now as we've got now when we're in commercial break again. So strap on and strap in, folks, because I want to talk about the whole Roxy.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Roxanne Perez.
For dubs.
Because for those who don't know, who don't tune in on Tuesdays, who don't watch NXT, of me and Cliff there, Cliff Stradamus cover NXT on the channel and everything. And that's how they ended that. And I instantly thought it was bad taste.
Okay.
And then I've since seen people say, oh, it was because Sean did a similar thing, I guess, in like the 90s. Yeah. And it was because she took so many quote unquote blows to the head and everything.
They were trying to show, how crazy the match was, right?
Right. And I do get that it pushed her that far to her limits and all of that. And I did see that there was the rumor going around that it got falsely reported because, God bless pages like Wikipedia that anybody can edit, but that she had, passed into the great beyond there because of that. And that's part of, I guess, what makes this to me so distasteful.
Yeah.
Is it instantly and this might just be because I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, because I know we were live here on the channel talking about it and everything. It instantly reminds me of the Damar Hamlin situation. And the fact that you could tell it was a work because you wouldn't stay that long on it on camera. You wouldn't have Sean messing with the fucking oxygen mask. You wouldn't have all of this. I get the intent. It's just terrible, terrible timing. It's know the room, know the situation.
I don't know, man. See, this is where I always get torn with this. It's same thing I talked about with MJF and the water splashing in the person's face or the little kid's face. I mean, for me, I feel like
those to me are different. I'll give you that, but go ahead.
But for me, when you look at it, it's entertainment. It's just a show. We know it's not real. We know it's the F word, and we know this, and we know that. And then when you act something out, people are like, oh, wait, that's like if we were watching some fucking show and the lead actress fainted, we wouldn't be like, oh my God.
It's not that it's offensive in the sense that they did it or whatever. If we knew it was entertainment, it's the fact of, like we talked about with them, if they're going to legalize gambling and all of that, you couldn't kayfabe injuries, of the fact that they left that ambiguous as to whether it was kayfabe or not.
Yeah, but I think ambiguous is needed. I think us as a society, like as a group, we want to know too much, and then we criticize it for not being a certain way. Like I think it's part of the show. Like when Michaels did it in the '90s, we were fucking like, oh my god!
But
Like,
if you went to a theater production right now or something like that and watched a stage performance, I won't say a movie because to me that's a stage performance and not taking away from it, but just the best comparison. That if the lead actress then collapsed and they sold it like she,
is it part of
we
the
don't
show?
know what's going to happen. It's the end of the show, obviously, but then they proceed to not ever sell
But
you.
we shouldn't know. Like, if it is part of storyline, then we should not know. It should be protected.
But can you do something like that as a storyline?
I think so. We want it to be stuff like that. Like, we want to be in peril and in question. We want to see her come back next Tuesday and be like, oh my God, she's okay. That's what I think we should want. Like, this whole, like, everything's got to fit in this neat little box of like, well, like, we could be upset by not knowing how she is. And I don't get it. It's a show. Like Jon Snow died. I wondered. I worried about Jon Snow. I had to wait and come back.
Right, but there's a difference between Jon Snow and the actor that played Jon Snow. There shouldn't. If you're either going completely non-kayfabe and everything to where there is a clear-cut difference, or you're going completely.
Yeah, it's got to be the tough gray area for wrestling, right? They're kind of like, because they play and dabble in real life. It's the same thing when you offend. It's an interesting animal, right? Because you're like, shit. And you're right. You got a point. Like, if we're like, oh, well, should they come out and say, just so everyone knows, Roxanne Perez is okay? But the show still goes on like we don't know what's happening. It's a tough one.
Well, and should a company, and I guess this might be partial to it being concussions, and this is, again, where we could get splitting hairs of a company that's had issues in the past with that type of stuff, be working a storyline that, I don't want to say promotes that, but could act like that's not that bad. It reminds me of like when China could magically heal her broken neck.
Right, but I mean, that's been historic in wrestling. Multiple people have had miraculous recoveries from a lot of different injuries. So,
right.
But yeah, no, for me, I think you got to, like, I mean, again, when you go through like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, and you had these crazy angles, like, like Randy Orton didn't really stalk people, like,
Diamond Dallas Page doesn't really like.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, I mean, you look back then and you're like, how did they do these stories? And you're like, because we accepted it as entertainment. And as much as we believed it more back then and they gave us less. Now that we know more, we still get picky. Like, we know more than ever about what's going on behind the scenes in wrestling. I think we got to be able to push.
But is that part of it? Because
let's set somebody on fire. Let's go.
But is that part of it that because we know so much that they try to do it in WCW before with all the internet-y smarky stuff that's a la Vince Russo booking. But now because that's almost, there's like that level of that's almost a part of being a wrestling fan to an extent.
I think you have to be able to be suspended. I think you have to be sitting at home. And if people are at home like, oh my God, we're worried about Roxy, they accomplish their goal. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to make you worry. And if they can elicit that, when people go, wrestling's fake, but wait, how's Roxy doing? Is she okay? Did she really get hurt? Well, wait a minute, folks. Now you're talking out of both sides of your mouth, and we end up in a problem. But for me, okay, we're gonna have Roxy go over this legendary champion, this former NXT champion, this lady who has so much clout on the other side of the world that she's going to win, but we're going to beat her head in to do it. And at the end of it, she's going to collapse because that's what she did. She put it all out there. And she comes back in next week or the week after, and she's a fucking hero. Oh, by the way, we got Charlotte versus Shotzi.
Yes, by the way, give us your predictions on that. Now, I fully get your point, and I'll leave it as
I like it.
Just would have not liked if it wasn't something that was so truly life-threatening that happened and that was so prominently known and everything that recently. And like I said initially, it might just be in part because I am a Buffalo Bills fan and we were here live talking about it and I saw it and everything. You wouldn't. I understand Sean did it before in the 90s, but I don't think it's one of those, and unfortunately everybody draws that comparison to it.
Sorry, Nick. We got Rhea
Very
Ripley.
good.
We got Rhea Ripley entering the fold. By the way, if you haven't made a prediction for Charlotte and Shotzi, get it in. Charlotte's going to win for sure, but
Mike already saying how it was an interference match there.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, the final thing I'll say, Nick, on all of it is just that I think we as fans have to go one way or the other, right? Like, it's interesting, right? Because it's still we talk about Moxley bleeding too much and this and that. So I mean, it's an interesting debate. It really is, and wrestling's a tough one to call because there is that level of realism to it. The only thing I can say is I believe if she was legitimately seriously hurt, we would know, and not knowing means it's kayfabe.
Oh, and I get 100%. If I even said getting out of it, that it feels like I pretty much was set on it to work. But it was just, to me, still, and it could be personal preference that it was in bad taste to do it then. But we are in commercial break right now as we had Mommy coming out, pause, in the middle of Charlotte Flair versus Shotzi Blackheart.
IT got the internet talking. What does that mean?
It got the internet talking.
Oh, it's got the... I was like, what do you mean?
That's how you know the vitamins are hitting good.
Yeah, the vitamins have been solid. I got some new ones, and I'm really happy with this.
There you go.
Big shout out.
Page just did the concussion angle too. It's not off limits in wrestling. Wrestling is meant to make you feel.
Exactly.
I get it's meant to make you feel, but the people came down on the concussion angle in AEW.
Yeah. Well, no, because that's legitimate concussions. That's people falling off fucking buildings and smashing their head and then just continuing the match. Like Matt Hardy walking around looking like Bambi, and they just kept going. They let it go. That's a whole different ballgame for me.
So selling an injury that almost ended someone's, that was an unprecedented situation in the NFL.
But I don't even see the connection. I don't even whoever came up with the concept might not even thought of the Bills. It's just to me that's a coincidence. Like, I mean, shit happened.
And I'll give you that, and that's still fair enough. It's just it's one of those of how AEW, caught heat for doing a situation playing into concussions. WWE now doing a story playing into concussions.
No, I think it definitely just showed off how tough Miko is, and Roxy gutted it out, and she was exhausted, and shit, we just had the champ, sucking oxygen. I mean, you got to make it believable. You got to make it real. You're making me miss Rumble.
Booyah! We're listed as our Jey Uso there, CJ.
Yeah, right? Jey Uzi. Oh, I see what you just did. 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 I see what you. I unplugged myself.
I was like, am I good? Did I freeze or something? Because I just feel like I had a stroke because I just heard you say something like 18 times in a row.
Is that what happened there? That's funny as shit. There it is.
Yeah, I just lost my mind there for half a second.
It's dude, it's the greenery.
Tyler, yo. Larry, I saw your comment. Nick, Kit Harington actually knew how to handle a sword before the role of Jon Snow.
This is so funny. But look, the only thing I can think of, like, equivalently that, like, I mean, I was all for it. Like, Jake the Snake got bit by a snake. Hogan gets tombstoned on a chair, and the entire arena starts crying. Like, I love that shit. That's what we're supposed to do. So it's an illicit emotional response.
But like I said, that's when you get into the issue of, because we know so much, like, on one hand, you can instantly go, the ref never threw up the X, that, that's how you knew it was a work, all of that. But at the same time, there's been times where the ref throws up the X and it's still a work.
Yeah, because you got to play it. You got to play it.
You're fucking with the marks.
That's it. But anyway, Charlotte, Shotzi up top, and Shotzi with the Hurricane Rana. And Rhea just having a laugh.
She even said what she was going to give it her all in her promo before the match. Fair enough. Like I said.
Touche.
Like I said, I could be partial on this whole situation. I did preface my stance with that.
Man,
so.
You're not wrong. And I'm not wrong either. That's the fun part.
See, money's agreeing with me. I see what you did just 18 times. That's what I got. I was like, oh my God, I've lost my mind.
Whoa.
Professional wrestling has finally made me snap.
The crowd has been fucking dead tonight, just for the record. It's making me feel like in the crowd.
Oh,
let me know.
Shotzi missed all of that high kick there.
Really getting like almost boring match vibes throughout the whole night. And is it just the crowd, guys, or are the matches just kind of flat?
Column A, column B of.
Where are they tonight?
Oh, good question.
We know this.
No, I don't.
Ding. May affect your short-term memory.
May affect memory.
Yeah, period. I feel bad for Roxanne. You're supposed to feel bad for Roxanne. I hope she's okay, though. We'll find out. You think Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus ending no contest next week on SmackDown? Yes. I think they're going to be on a complete stalemate.
Oh, so you think that we get a whole secondary match to where they have to challenge for... Okay.
Did they announce that yet, Damien? Is that a thing, or are you just predicting? But yeah, I think whatever Sheamus and Drew do for the next little while, draw, double count out, double pin, double DQ. It's all heading towards that triple threat. Charlotte locked in the 8.
Locking in the figure 8. She sat there and told Rhea to look of way to make Shotzi look like a jobber of just, I'm going to sit here and let you talk.
If the job fits, buddy.
Oh, pause. But
I'm pretty sure Charlotte had to stop wiggling.
Shotzi taps out. But yes, they are hailing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And you are right here with the Wrasslin for Life Network. Mick Foley, Cheap Pop. What?
Oh, it's Pittsburgh. Okay.
Yeah.
Woo. The best female wrestler in the world.
Oh, John saying they announced it.
They did announce it, so yeah, that'll be a tie.
He's on C agreeing. Mm-hmm. Are you guys ready for AEW Rampage tonight? Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we're
I almost halfway want to put on NXT Level Up just to watch CJ's favorite match.
Oh my God, I laughed at that booking.
Quincy Elliott versus Scripps.
All right, Rhea Ripley in the ring, both with microphones. What you got to say, kid? I like it. I'm happy for Ray. Yeah, big shout out to Ray. Definitely a legend.
Oh, 100%. Charlotte coming out here talking like fucking Clint Eastwood. What you got to say, kid? Well, like bucker up, buckaroo.
Right, you feeling lucky, punk?
Wah, 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 wah. Anyone think that Charlotte is winning this match at WrestleMania? Show of hands.
Even I don't think it's going to happen.
Don't think it's going to happen, or she doesn't win?
Oh, I mean, I think Rhea's I think Rhea's going to win. I really do.
Okay, well, I thought for half a second you were saying that you didn't think the match was going to happen.
No, the match is going to happen. It's going to be a good one, but I think it's Rhea's time.
Notice how the crowd shout out, why?
Why?
After everything Rhea says, why? You should go and hit that like button, why? Hit that subscribe, why? That bell notification, why? Be a friend, tell a friend, why? It's a Feel Good Friday, why? Have a Steve Weiser, why? Have the vitamins, why?
What? I think Charlotte could win. She could. She could absolutely win. I mean, in a world where everyone expects one thing.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, too.
Are you referring to Charlotte being the blind squirrel, the champion, the one woman who's...
No. I'm just, point counterpoint of, anything is theoretically possible.
Point just counterpoint. I like that.
Charlotte saying, I will outwork anyone, male or female. All right, book it. Forbidden Door 2. Charlotte Flair versus Christian. Outwork anybody.
Right, let's do it. Christian was buried. I'm sorry.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more of, to me, that's in poor taste. It's too close to reality.
You wishing untimely things upon that man?
No, I'm thinking Tony's already buried him. Why not do it on TV?
Oh, wow.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong, but you're not right either.
I think I'd rather have more Christian Cage than Jeff Jarrett.
Well, that's like saying I'd rather have, more cauliflower than
One of my buddies today, over the last couple of days, went on a how Jeff Jarrett is great for AEW's rant, and it hurt my soul.
we need to find that man and politely.
I was like, we were friends, bro. I gotta get some sleep. Ronnie, get some sleep later, buddy.
You can just put us on and fall asleep to us. If I'll rock you to sleep.
Pause.
Go to sleep, little Ron.
I don't know, bro. That's a tough one.
Pause. Do it. Yeah, do it now.
Do it.
Yeah, you need to do it.
Charlotte needs to lose so she can get to 16 before Daddy passes away. You know what, Jeepers? Not a bad idea. But, I mean, just she lose it for a while and then get it back, next year? That's it. We're on a ticking time with that one.
Well, this man's still trying to have matches and everything, even after a whole, event that we were here covering called Ric Flair's Last Match. So I don't really think he's going away anytime soon. I mean, the man's got Ric Flair drip and all of that. So
right.
Man's going to be living off vitamins till the end of time.
Right. Charlotte lost the title 14 times, so that speaks to something. I mean, every champion. Ric Flair lost it 16 times. Cena's lost it. It happens. Uh-oh.
Achu, bless you. Double J to the moon, says Keyshawn. I'd rather none of them, Christian or Jarrett, both bad signings. Well, Steve, Christian initially was supposed to be a good signing of us. It reminded me of when he was in Impact in TNA as Christian Cage, 100%, and then it just became nothing. Jeff Jarrett, you already knew. All right, what the hell are we doing here? They should do a King of the Mountain match. Oh God, don't encourage Jeff Jarrett or Tony Khan. We'll just get, full TNA / late WCW with Vince Russo booking, allegedly accusations. See money. Oh, now I think y'all just poking the bear of, do the Arnold voice. Yeah, get to the chopper. Yeah, do it. You need to hit the subscribe button. Yeah, you need to do it.
Do it.
Yeah. You need to blow your nose. Yeah, you need to do it. Double J has gone. I started to read the next comment in the Arnold voice. Double J had gone away. Heat 20. I go away. Heat 23 years ago. Nothing has changed. No, well, Jarrett for Gold was a thing, and so was Global Horse Wrestling. And I mean, he's married to Eagle's wife now, so that's a thing. But wait, don't tell him I said that because he'll get upset. Christian brought the best Luchasaurus I've seen. Yes, Canosaurus. Canosaurus is Bestosaurus. That's the new dinosaur coming to Jurassic Park in the next movie is Bestosaurus, because that's what Luchasaurus as. Granted, if they didn't do the heel turn, face turn with him, but he literally looked like Kane coming out of, ripping off the Hell in the Cell door.
But that was good, man. That was the most interesting he's been.
100%. That's the best that I was about to say that's the best that Luchasaurus has been. And I was about to say, are we trying to test that of the best you've been is without your face showing?
Yeah, I always had a face for radio, folks. Oh my God.
I'm Quasimodo. Christian is doing his role perfect, a hated heel, and is getting younger talent over the best he can with TK booking. He's doing a better job at getting talent over than Chris Jericho is. I'm telling you.
Amen.
Someone tell Ric Flair that blue pill is not a vitamin.
Say that to my face, KJ. Oh man, folks, being live is fun.
I've been there. I almost thought I was getting arrested live on stream.
We're like, bye.
Yeah, it turns out it was just my fucking friend playing a goddamn prank.
Dude. Oh, here come the Oos.
The Usos.
Even better than Big Brother Source. I agree with Steve G. What'd Steve G say? Christian needs to go back to WWE. Him and Edge. Oh, need to go out together. I like it. There's a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a solo act, though.
Yeah, I agree. Christian Cage as the wrestler should be in the Hall of Fame. Not Christian, the weaker half of the Brood.
I will give you that because they do acknowledge guys like that haven't had that long of have much of a reign within WWE. So
his overall career, his audio work speaks for itself, I think. And I mean, he did win the fucking. Well, I mean, I guess he goes in as a tag, but I mean, he had a good run as a single. He wasn't.
Well, how many times has Christ? How many times has X-Pac got in? At least probably what 2 to 3 times now.
X-Pac, Sean Waltman will go down in wrestling history, no matter what people think of him, as one of the smartest fucking human beings ever. He found his way into the top factions of every fucking company.
Oh, I 100%. Undeniably, I want to be friends with Sean Waltman. Like, not even just like on a marquee level of like, you're like a cool dude. And like,
right.
I still remember this man almost getting thrown off their first ever WWE's first ever watch party when they couldn't do what we did. Why?
Right. Wow. A talking circle. Pause. What happened?
Powwow.
A powwow. I don't know if we're allowed to say that. Circle North. I'm just kidding. I hope Sami Zayn and KO interrupt Jey Uso. I'm all for it. Sami come out's all stealthy.
Here, I'll try this again though. 4 lifers, acknowledge us.
Where's those fingers? Not that one, Larry.
Well, I was gonna say pause on all of that.
Sami.
No, is this where we get Roman coming out? We get a confrontation between Jey and Roman.
I think we need that first.
As we are getting deafening Sami chants.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. This works. And dude, if this turns out that it is the Trojan horse, giddy up.
No matter how this works out, it's going to be good. That's the thing. And that's what makes this that extra level of good is just no matter which way you go with it, whether it is Jay's the Trojan horse angle, whether it is we get Jey and Jimmy versus Sami and KO, whether Roman wins at Mania or whether Roman loses at Mania, no matter what way you go with it, it's good.
Yeah, it's true. That's good writing because you really are stuck here.
Right. Step in my shoes, Zeus.
What would you do?
It could happen to me. It could happen to you. I know we got, I know you're over there in Canada, but I didn't know Jey Uso stood for J Rock.
J Rock. The J to the ROC.
Right. Could happen to me. It could happen to you.
There's a funny story in there somewhere, but let's sports bet that shots will win. Let's sports bet? No, well, it's over.
Day late and $1 short.
Brontosaurus.
You want to know why I did it? Because I had to. See, that could be the Trojan horse thing here. Of
tears in his eyes.
I had to do it. I had to do what I had to do. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Because he is my blood. So see, we're going right to Jimmy. So see,
he had to protect Jimmy again.
Right.
I did it for the Rock.
He's my brother, not you.
What about I got kids.
I paused so hard on not doing the Brock Lesnar right out of the gate of I don't give a fuck about your kids.
Fuck your kids. There's one person I blame. I don't blame Sami. I blame one person.
You. How he gets
Roman. If he calls out Roman?
If he says Roman, I swear to God. He's looking right at Jimmy, and I don't know if Jimmy's looking away or what.
Yeah, it's odd, but he blames Sami. Sammy's the only person he blames for this shit.
Wow. But even right there, of how they held you in suspense of, is he going to say Roman?
Yeah,
Who's he going to say?
Yeah, buddy. I hear you on that.
So Jay falling fully back in line. Pause. About the tribal chief already said it. You selfish. So we're going back to when Jay didn't want Sammy involved in the bloodline at all. Didn't want to make him an honorary use, anything.
Unbroken says, blame Heyman. Oh, shit. Uso's calling out Cody.
Adrenaline in my oos. Something, something. They're the Usos.
All right, I'll give you that one. Right away, too.
Hey!
The American Nightmare in the house. There we go. We're only missing one person from my overlay on this show tonight.
Right.
We got 3 off the list. Check, check, check. I have a feeling that we might get...
got 2. We got half of it. We got my...
Oh, we haven't got Roman either. Son of a bitch.
Your half is unannounced, uncredited for.
I give Paul Heyman... Paul Heyman represents Roman. Close enough.
Every time I look at Cody coming out with a suit and the fucking neck tat and shit, he looks like a Street Fighter villain or something, like a Mortal Kombat villain.
Right?
It takes away so much from everything. You instantly moly. You instantly look at it.
Instead of talking about me, why don't you talk to me? There you go. He thinks Heyman's the one breaking up the bloodline. Nah, well,
you could trace all the cracks back to him, though.
Interesting. And people, I mean, it's still funny. People are like, what if Cody was a Paul guy at the end of all this?
If that happens, you know where you heard it here first, folks. 100%. Like we've said, of not only are we the channel that the wrestlers listen to, people in attendance listen to, you should listen to all of that, but we're calling the shots before they happen.
Right. Oh, Sammy's on the shelf. No, you see the angle.
Oh, now we're going to hear. Now it's wearing a little hoodie running through the crowd.
People are pointing.
Yep, Sam.
Jay's down. All right. Where's KO been?
He don't give a shit about Sammy, remember?
Right.
We're going to get the Usos.
So Monday night, we're going to get the Usos versus Sammy and Cody?
Maybe.
Oh, Sammy going up the stairs. Trying to get that shirt off. Those buttons can be tricky when you fold them backwards like that.
Cody's, following prey to the MJF situation of goddamn wrist buttons.
Oh my God. One of the most frustrating things in life when you get your hand stuck on the wrist buttons.
Fat guy in a little coat.
I like this.
And now Sammy going after. So we've got all 4 men right now fighting in the crowd, folks.
Right. Oh, Cody grabs a drink.
Is it tequila?
Is it tequila?
Bye.
Oh. There you go. The Usos have been
both Usos dumped on the outside.
And we're left with Cody and Sammy. Crowd going crazy. So what do you need to happen with Cody? You let him get a little bit of that Sammy love.
That's 100% what
you had 2 choices, and this is right. Working.
Do not let this fool you, folks. This is 100%. How can we get Cody over and get that Sammy rub on him? Pause.
We need to get Cody to Mania without the fans getting tired of these fucking promos. And we need them to stay on his side and forget that Sami Zayn was also in the same conversation.
We need to take Cody and lift him up and push Sammy a little bit further down.
So it works. But that is SmackDown. Yeah, all done, all wrapped up. Parts were great. Parts weren't so great. Very interesting SmackDown. We are going to
think it was that bad.
What's that? No?
I said I don't think it was that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad, to be honest. I agree with you. Sammy. I pray Roman Reigns should win and should learn on how to appreciate those that supported him. For Sammy, let him leave Roman Reigns alone.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Not bad, not bad. Okay. Learn to appreciate those who supported him. I guess be nicer to the. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the interesting part of this whole angle, especially tonight, is no Roman Reigns. So, what is Roman Reigns thinking right now? What is he feeling right now?
Well,
What
we
is,
had still Jay give the cold shoulder to Heyman when he showed up. So
yeah, that's the other thing, right? Giving Heyman a little attitude.
it was all, I'm here because of him.
Yeah.
I'm here because of blood.
Yeah, that Roman's just a cousin.
Whoa.
It's true.
You just get Rikishi showing up with you, so is doing the too cool dance. But
Huge
folks, that is SmackDown for tonight. We're lining up for AEW Rampage right now. Give us your predictions, give us your ratings, give us all of that in the chat. Well, we've already got Small Mark saying no Reigns is flat without Roman. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Keyshawn with just it was okay.
It was okay. That's fair. That's fair.
5.7 out of 10. 6. I don't like how they're doing the Cody Sammy thing.
Why?
Well, this is where you get Vince with the mustache showing up of saying, you know, I am inevitable.
Vince with a mustache. I want to see it. I want to see. I don't want to see the fake. I want to see the legit mustache.
Vincente McMahon.
Man, that Vincente shit is hilarious. Is he pulling the old Elias trick?
Right.
I'm Ezekiel.
7, 7, 7, 7.5. What about Solo?
What about
Ryan Solo? Ryan Solo.
Where did Solo go?
Touche.
We had no go Solo.
We had a Solo misfire. But speaking of, I guess, misfires, we're starting off Rampage. So we're carrying over from
not the main event
SmackDown.
tonight.
We're starting off with Action Andretti versus Sammy Guevara. So give us your predictions for that, folks.
Yep. Do it.
Why?
What? Do it.
Yeah, you need to do it. You need to do it right now.
Yeah. Nick, this one's a tough one for me. I found the crowd very flat. I found even the good matches were a little bit on the boring side. I thought the Fatal 5-Way was a little slow, a little boring. Charlotte Shotzi was pretty boring. I mean, the Usos kind of saved it. Like, I enjoyed the ending. The last segment was great. I don't know if I'm willing to go as high as 7. I'll go 6.5.
You go 6.5?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's fine. I'll go with you on that because I was gonna say like 6, 6.5. I was halfway waiting for you to go because of like wherever you went. I had a line, but I didn't know if you'd go above it or below it, all of that. So
yeah,
I'll go with you on 6.5. I could even maybe push for a 6 because, like you said, of the opening Fatal 5-Way was a little bit of move spot. Everybody's
real
down.
Slow, considering like you could have really had a banger, but it was just a really methodical pace, which I never really got to a peak.
You could have had that still, unless you were gonna set up you set up the match next week for SmackDown, but you still could have advertised that after the fact because that's what they tend to do with most of these shows. But you could have had that match and then still left enough time to where you have the Usos segment. And I think that would have been a much better way to end SmackDown than you had one start it. And granted, the Usos segment was great, but you stack those up even better. I think you're helping yourself tenfold.
Yeah, you're not necessarily wrong at all, Nick. And I mean, folks, if you don't know what happens in this match and you want to play dumb, we will take a prediction, even though if
you partake in the vitamins.
Yep. And you've forgotten. But we got Action Jobber going up against Sammy.
Well, speaking of forgetting, his name's Action Andretti, man.
Andrade
El Idolo?
Andrade.
Idolo.
It's Andrade's little brother. I'm convinced. Sammy for the win, probably.
Like a moonsault. 2 count.
Sammy with the win with help. Okay. Oh, shotgun. Bang. This is where
I instantly started thinking of shoot. Shoot,
Shoot, babe. Of
I was
course
like,
you did.
I
You
was about
better.
to start going shotgun bang. How does
What's
it
up
hang?
with
I was
that
like,
thing?
pause in my own head.
Pause in a whole too funny, Nick. But yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. That's definitely what you should have been thinking of.
Pause.
Wait, no.
Accusations.
Accusations.
But so give us your predictions, folks, whether you're taking Action Andretti or Sammy Guevara. Who are you taking? You're taking probably Sammy. I don't know who you're taking.
I'm gonna pick Action just because I don't want to pick Sammy.
Okay, fair enough. I was gonna do pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
But no, I'll take Sammy. Fine, fuck it.
Fine. But yeah, no, I
Just
take
to be
Action.
difficult. We'll do it live.
The Claimer star still to come tonight. Mark Briscoe has a special announcement tonight.
Yes, I may or may not know what that is.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows what it is, but I don't. So
I still want to see it. So
I have an idea of what it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that should be interesting. And listen, I will give Tony credit. One of the things that he did smart this week was he didn't tell people. He just showed up on TV and gave us some information. No matter what we like the announcement or not, at least he didn't disappoint us by telling us he's got a big announcement. Imagine he did that again and it turned out to be we're going to have a fucking IC title.
Well, we kind of did that just without being on TV of saying we're going to move the All-Atlantic Championship.
That's what I mean. But though he was like, we didn't get this big like social media. Like we didn't go for the clickbait this time. He just surprised us with, "Hi, I'm Tony." We're gonna
we got to save that for when we're having a show that exposes more of the backstage than anything beforehand, or we're going to have him just tweeting out 18,000 times of I'm so thankful to everyone tuning into AEW Rampage or Dynamite right now. So thankful to anyone tuning into AEW Dynamite right now.
It's my favorite part of his social media is that no matter what he says or how heated he is, he like #watch Rampage. Like fucking, I love it.
Well, there's so much of him that at times it's like, you need a handler, sir.
Just be quiet. Just focus on you. You're good. Action will win. There you go. Win, lose, or draw. Sammy should end Roman's feud in a championship match. I don't know, Larry.
I think he did, and it was called Elimination Chamber. Now, I think that's the end of Sammy's Roman feud. We're not talking about the Bloodline feud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like right now, it's a feud with the Bloodline. We haven't seen Roman in 2 episodes. 3?
Yeah, no, 2.
2. Okay. I like Action Andretti. He is fun to watch, but I don't know why they're giving him so much attention and sympathy. What has he done? I mean, guys, you remember Dante Martin's fucking run where he got booked in a win for like, I don't know, what was it, 7-8 weeks in a row? We just kept seeing Dante Martin. And then what happens is you fizzle them out, especially when they're young and up and coming. Put Action on.
We get the crossbody spot from both men.
Oh, okay. But put him in dark. Let him get seasoned. Give him some spot matches.
No, it's because it's the one guy Chris Jericho put over, and then he put him over for all of a week, and then he turned around and threw a fireball in his face and let him get jobbed out, and this, that, and the third.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Letting someone get a win doesn't mean you put him over. He put Ricky Starks over.
When it comes to Chris Jericho, that's the closest you're going to get to it, okay?
Yeah, maybe. But I'm shocked that there was no follow-up for Ricky Starks, that they're going to fuck around. How funny is it that they worked their way into this House of Black fucking triple threat trios match?
It's called Chris Jericho's from Winnipeg. That's why.
It's just weird that out of all things, like, why not give him a match against MJF?
Don't you put that evil on him.
Right? Let him main event.
No! They finally do the blow off of we get the trials of MJF versus the trials of Jericho. Right. They sit there and do their little song and dance number again. Shit.
Action on fire. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, but the Winnipeg crowd will be loud. I want to know if they cheer him. They're definitely going to sing the fuck out of Judas.
Do they cheer him more or do they cheer Kenny more?
Oh, Kenny probably get a bigger pop.
That's the thing is I think that's part of it. I think that's more to set up.
My favorite line of Wednesday night maybe my favorite line of the whole show was you're the second best wrestler from Winnipeg. And if I had a few months of training, you might be the third. I was like, damn.
2 count for action. But I think we are honestly setting up more towards either Omega MJF or we're setting up towards Malachi Omega.
Malachi Omega? Ooh,
or do we just get the ultimate Spider-Man meme, I guess, when it comes to wrestling marks and everything, and we get Buddy Murphy versus Kenny Omega, and they just stand across from each other, just point.
Maybe, yeah, right? Just
you are me, I am you. Right?
But listen, I'll be honest, I was pissed off because when the lights went out, and I'm like, fuck, Jericho's going to go after Malachi. Malachi's had a hard enough time getting himself over in AEW. Wow, running Spanish Fly. 2 count.
Doesn't international and world mean the same thing? Yes and no.
Yeah, I know. It's close.
Shooting star press that he got all of 0.0 of. Oh, we have Chris Jericho on commentary. So again, folks, reminder that we are the alternative commentary for anything and everything. The Wrestling Buddies you can get and you need and you want in your life. Pause.
Wow, that wasn't even sorry, dude.
We're the wrestling channel that even the wrestlers themselves tune into. Go and check out our interviews with Cole Roderick, with Grim Reaper. We've got even other interviews with Mike Hallow. We've got Manny. We've got the Irish lads, all of that, 100%. And we've still got stuff stacked up, folks. And we're the channel that even the people in attendance at the shows, as we saw with Revolution and all of that are tuning into us.
Plus, we're going to have people from this channel, and there's a little bit of a surprise maybe happening. We're working on something, but we might have somebody at the Winnipeg show. We also might have somebody I know we will have somebody at Impact and GCW Toronto. So presence is going to be felt, folks.
And we're going to have somebody, might have the Mr. CJ Brandwine at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania. There we go.
Right. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something season never sleeps. Why?
The greenery is on tap.
Roll it up, light it up. Inhale, exhale. When the shit goes down, you better be ready.
Super kick. Right? Here comes another big table fucking spot, of course.
Highlighter Martin. Now with a diving.
What candy bar, Nick?
Literally nothing of that was just, I'm going to make it.
I think I can. Oh, no, he's doing the Sammy. Oh, that's funny. Oh, my God. I was nervous there for a second.
The crowd is selling this entirely differently than the commentary team is, and that's what irks me. Right. You have Tony Schiavone and JR and all that, and they're just like, okay. And I get
this young man is crazy.
But this man just dove and just, I believe I can fly.
That's where I want. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. I want somebody with a little bit of inflection. It's why I get mad at Kevin Patrick, right? Why is someone not yelling out right now like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, he went through the table. He went
right. Well, we may not always be right, but we'll always be excited.
That's it, right? Sammy grabbing at his leg, dicking around with the ref.
Garcia with Garcia pushes Andretti off the top rope and then hides into the halfway of Burning Hammer GTS. 2, 3. And Sammy Guevara, did I backslide into another win?
Can someone out there let me know the last time Sammy got pinned? I'm so mad I bet against him.
Well, because if he doesn't get pinned, he gets stretchered off. So
he doesn't wrestle very often, right? Like, and that's one of the
things. That's called injuries, sir.
It's called he broken.
It is called I did a cutter off of a fucking wobbly ladder for no reason. Kevin Patrick is always out of breath doing commentary. Touche.
Oh my God. Oh, there's Darby. We haven't seen Darby in a minute.
Does he now go after the TNT title? Does he go after?
Hey,
MJF?
people talked about.
I heard. Ooh, go ahead.
Because of some of MJF, I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to say the same thing. Because of some of MJF's comments, people are surmising that the next pay-per-view will be MJF versus one of the pillars in the main event. Darby's not a bad shout. They already had a classic.
See, I heard the rumor we could potentially be getting would be a 4 pillars match. If we get, MJF, the Darby, Sammy, all of that, all in the same match.
You gonna put Britt in the match? My money's on Britt if she's in it.
Fair enough, I'll give you that. But it's that, or I think the next best outcome that they do or that they push would be MJF Adam Cole. But then Adam Cole just coming back, does he absolutely have to win?
You would kind of feel like he would have to take the W, don't you? Like Adam Cole. I mean, unless it's a long program where, wins one, lose one, maybe, but then that's tough. Yeah,
that's what was supposed to be Ricky Starks, and he got caught into the win one, lose one with Chris Jericho, except he managed to, hit Snake Eyes twice.
Fair enough. By the way, this Air Jordan movie looks.
I literally.
This is why I'm so quiet.
I literally just saw that. I was like, if this man doesn't talk about this, like, I hope you're getting the same thing.
I'm sitting here quiet because I'm watching this. Air Legend of the Court. Yeah, I really think it's cool.
Whoa, 100 anything going. Well, the man just had his 60th birthday recently.
Mm-hmm.
I guess shout out to MJ, as we are the MJ channel squad.
There you go.
But
23.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're the Chicago Bulls, going back to back. But yeah, everybody's watched The Last Dance. Oh, Christ, everybody still, you say Space Jam, they don't think of LeBron and the Looney Tunes and all that pizzazz.
No, I mean, that's a tough shout. But no, I see what you're saying, Nick. And I mean, what I like about that particular story, I know we're off topic, folks, but I like the other perspective, right? Like you see all the documentaries and stuff about Jordan. Now how was it like to hang around with Jordan? Like, what is this story? So I think it's compelling. I'm looking forward to watching it. What a waste of a table spot.
Yeah.
Okay. It took me a second. Yeah. Sorry. I'm still on Jordan. Yeah.
I believe. See, I said it. I believe I can fly. Spread my wings and touch the sky.
Who's the bigger donator to wrestling, Home Depot or Lowe's? I don't know. It's a tight race.
I was gonna say, no comment.
Right. What the fuck? Save the ones for the. Well, I mean, for a big match, a match that matters, an opening match on Rampage, we don't need a table spot.
I want
to. Sorry.
No, you're go ahead. I literally just started to say what I was thinking out loud. Go ahead.
Just a nothing match, and you have a kid flying through the air. And I don't care what anyone says. There is going to come a point, and we're going to be live one night, and one of these kids are going to get seriously fucking hurt, and Tony's going to have a lot of answering for why do you let your athletes go out there and do this. Wrestling is a risk. I'm not opposed to hardcore wrestling, deathmatch wrestling, taking risks, but Action Andrade, whatever, doesn't have to be doing that spot on this particular night. If he blows his shoulder or rips something out, then, oh shit, this kid's in peril for a spot that we won't remember. Now, it's over. It's gone.
Oh, 100%. I get fully what you're saying. Little bit aggressive. I will give you that.
Someone's going to get hurt, man.
Somebody going to get hurt real bad. No, because I was literally what I was trying to do as you were saying that, because I was trying to look at numbers for Rampage ratings. And as someone who, like I said, tomorrow we'll be here for the XFL. But the XFL right now gets better numbers than Rampage does. I'm looking at numbers of 458,000 when the XFL did 571,000. Like, oh, we've got the Acclaim right now.
Yo.
Yeah. Does it? Am I the only one that feels like the Acclaimed are starting to backslide?
Yeah, because of the booking.
Right, 100%.
Wow.
They're taking the bullet because FTR came back that the Bucks managed to dodge.
Well, in fairness, it happened to FTR when Acclaimed got hot. What surprises me is you ran that whole story between the Acclaimed and the Ass Boys. What was the point of Billy choosing the Acclaimed? What was the benefit of it? Like, where did it go for them?
It was the double
feels
turn.
Like a lack of a story, doesn't it?
No, it was the double turn.
But it never went like, okay, so Billy chooses the Acclaimed and they retain titles and we move forward with the Acclaimed as champion. Or he double crosses them and the Guns get it. We didn't get either of that. And we just moved on. That's why a big part of why Acclaim feel like, all right, who cares?
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. Why should I?
It's gotten stagnant now, unfortunately.
Hey, Orange Cassidy did the same thing. I think Darby, to a degree, at some points has. Danhausen was cute. Now I'm kind of like, fuck this guy again. The list goes on. A guy we talk about it over and over, where you got Wardlow and even Hobbs. Hobbs wins that TNT title and did it in such a way that nobody gave a fuck.
How do you feel, by the way? Because I wasn't here on Wednesday, as we've got the Acclaim versus. I feel like we've called Farmer and the Dell there in the fucking corner
right.
in one of these matches with one of these shows. But I feel like I should know who they're against, but I don't. But how do you feel about QT Marshall being involved in the Wardlow Hobbs situation?
I'm so fucking confused, man. Like, you just gave this kid his title back. You just gave him his title back. We're playing hot potato with the TNT title. But of all people, to end the show with a big heel move, QT Marshall's the guy.
He's like a fucking solar plate on a spaceship. If there's anything that's going to take fucking heat and do nothing with it, it's QT Marshall.
Amen. Fucking men, buddy. Like, it blew my mind, but he doesn't get a lot of heat because people don't really like the factory's been a joke for, like, they were put on every pre-show to go under. It's weird. Now, if they somehow twist it, turn it, change it, all right, maybe.
Flip it, bop it, twist it, turn.
Pause it.
As the Acclaim pick up the win.
Yeah.
But yeah, just no.
I heard this was a fun match. I heard wrong. Yeah, it's a basic match.
Well, we're always a fun time.
Yeah, it's a Rampage match.
Why could you put Hobbs with Stokely? Could you imagine?
Hey, yes.
Stokely managing.
Yes.
W. Morrissey, not Big Bill, or
and Hobbs.
Bill Morrissey and Hobbs.
Oh, we got Coke and Diet
call
Coke.
him Calvin.
Wait, what? You can scissor the shirt. They're offering them a JAS shirt. Like, are they trying to get Acclaimed into the JAS?
Why?
I don't know. It's a weird fucking angle for me.
Fair enough with that. Pause on that comment too. If there ever was a Jobber team,
what the fuck?
Right,
man. There's a lot of people here today.
As we're getting now a pre-recorded of Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia, and Sammy Guevara talking about how next Wednesday we're getting the JAS, the Jericho Appreciators, versus the House of Black versus the Elite.
Okay, Chris, you're wrapping up with Ricky. Okay, Ricky's going to go over. Good job. Thank you. Who's next? Well, who are they cheering a lot for? Well, they seem to like the House of Black.
I'm waiting for Chris Jericho to start just coming out with at this point of I am a real Canadian. Fight for
I'm so down for that. Can someone record
he
that?
is.
Can someone record I am a real Canadian about Chris Jericho and send it to Corny? Do it.
Right.
You play it.
Someone take that clip and just tweet that to fucking Jim Cornette or whatever. But that's 100% what I feel we're getting with Chris Jericho. I've been saying this. We've been the channel that's taken flack for saying this about Chris Jericho and been proven right about this, of that he 100% is just doing whatever he can. He's the vampire of professional wrestling.
Oh my God, it's fucking funny as shit. But I will say this. So they get the lights out on Wednesday, right? And I pop. I'm like, oh, like not a good pop. I literally deflated pop. And I'm like, fuck, I really don't want the House of Black fighting Jericho. You really can't head in this direction right now. When it was the Elite that came out instead of the House of Black, I was really happy. And their banter back and forth was actually pretty good. Callis and Jericho did a good job. Kenny was not bad.
Yeah, it's all Winnipeg. It's Winnipeg on Winnipeg. Yeah. It's fucking Letterkenny right there. That's what you got.
Yeah, no, it's fucking funny. So it wasn't so bad until they kind of pulled the House of Black into it. And I'm like, fuck. But, I mean, the triple threat, I mean, it's weird. If the House of Black loses, I'm going to throw up a little.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know. It has to be the House of Black win. And maybe that's when we get in that spinoff of, the Elite versus the Jericho Appreciators, because it's Winnipeg on Winnipeg action. Why?
Right.
But we've got Takeshita versus Preston Vance right now. So give us your predictions, and I'm going Takeshita.
Yeah, of course you are. This is your favorite wrestler.
It's because I'm the only one who can actually pronounce his name correctly on this channel.
Listen, I read it the way it's spelled.
It's the man who started off as a gimmick on this channel. 100%. I feel like that's halfway how CJ came up with cut the shitta.
Right, so, cut the shitta. Right. Yeah, I don't want to go for I almost called him Vance. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with you. I'm taking your guy too.
He seems like a guy that they're getting a push to. I could almost, and this would be the Tony Khan-iest of Tony Khan things to do as far as booking, is to you build up Takeshita versus MJF for a title.
What? Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No. What? No, for TNT or the Ring of Honor?
Oh, no. Of AEW World Championship. You build up a world title match between Takeshita and MJF. We already had them interact, remember?
Yeah, no. I know they've had issues. So, I mean, it was one of those.
That would be the Tony Khan-iest of Tony Khan things to do. So,
it's not terrible.
I mean,
you'll get a good match out of them at least. Takeshita for the win. This is kind of funny. Did Moxley no-sell the entire death match by being on the next show in wrestling and being perfectly fine? Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, he no-sells everything. Mox is not. I think Mox is, to me, one of the most overrated people in wrestling.
And it's so crazy how much the perspective on him has changed. And I guess because we've been doing this now for a hot minute, to see how much it's changed. To see someone like you, especially even before I hopped on here, that was a fan of Moxley, and then now he's one of the most overrated things in professional wrestling.
Well, it's just tough because I don't hate him. Like, it's not like I see Moxley and I'm like, oh, I'll change the channel. But I get fed up. Like I told you, remember we were laughing because we were covering so many shows and he was on a bit of an indie run. And I'm like, dude, if I hear Wild Thing one more fucking time, I'm going to shoot myself. Like, this is deep. Like, this song is starting to torment me. And it's that for me. It's like, and again, I don't want to do, grab the whole, the low-hanging fruit like everyone else. I don't want to beat the same drum, but he bleeds every week. He no-sells every move. He hits the same things, makes the same faces. Just mix it up a little. Be a little creative. Be more than one-dimensional. And I think AEW across the board have a lot of very one-dimensional characters. And it's a weak point for them.
AEW has a lot of guys that, to me, and you can take this for however you want it across the board, that were never built to be on national television. That should have always stayed on the quote unquote independent scene. Of even a guy like John Moxley, there, to me, he's a Cactus Jack. He's a Terry Funk versus when you put Mick Foley was one of those guys that could do something like that. Terry Funk didn't work that great on television, but he worked fucking phenomenal on the independent scene.
Yeah.
And there's a list of names that you could go through that are like that. That just, he's a man out of time and out of place. And unfortunately, Tony doesn't know well enough to realize what's a TV, wrestler and what's not.
Right. Well, do you think it's fair criticism to say, Moxley bleeding all over the place right before an Iron Man match, which is going to contain some blood and some real intense stuff, was maybe not the best choice?
Well, Moxley's nothing but bad choices of the amount that this man's flipping the bird, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Attitude Era, is F this, F that, can't realize when the mic's live, when it's not. Like I said, if he's a guy, and as much as I was saying fits the indies, and pretty much that's probably their ceiling, it's because that stuff will still get you over there. We've seen it respectfully with the ECWs, the GCWs there is still that niche. Nick Gage is a perfect example.
Yeah. And that's where maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's just better suited for that environment, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I definitely see what you're saying. And Aaron's got a point of, like, they are recycling some of the storylines, and they kind of are. And I mean, we talked about, again, like, do we have to, does the babyface have to beat 5 wrestlers every time they want to match with Jericho, every time they want to match with MJF? Like, is there no other compelling way to get 2 wrestlers to fight? No, I'm the bad guy. You got to beat 7 other guys. Babyfaces.
Well, this worked last time, right? So it should work this time.
Yeah. And I think there's too much of that.
C.
I shouted you out on Wednesday for that exact reason. I'm like, my boy right now would be doing, because you feel it, right? Like, QT Marshall to me is a WCW move. We got all this
with the NWO, new world order,
right? Like, doesn't it feel like that? Oh shit, this guy, like, of all the talent you have that you can't find TV time for,
this is the guy you picked,
right? And it's not going to help. It's not going to help Wardlow, because now we think, oh, Wardlow's just a factory guy. Lame. Where's Aaron Solo? Where's fucking Solo, Camarato? That's someone else's gimmick, but yeah. Funny
Solo, Camarato,
oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit.
But as we have pulled down with discus elbows, not disco. No disco inferno.
Disco elbows.
Disco elbows. Staying alive.
First go. Yeah, see, money got my back.
Go, Namarato.
Yeah, and I mean, for the people tuning in, like, we see this all the time as a bit of a disclaimer, Nick. We're like, dude, we're just bitching because we're fans. If we weren't bitching, we stopped caring, right? Like, Karen. But the
Chelsea Green.
Hi.
Point ahead, look smart.
That's it. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Yeah, don't be sorry.
Jack, I feel like you were here before, and
I didn't even know you were supposed to be here today.
Right, I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Fight Forever pre-ordered. Oh, so you should get it around 2024.
Right, I was gonna say fight whenever.
No, the over-under should be
fight whenever.
Fights, yeah, fight fucking never. The over-under should be how many people in the video game are still part of AEW when AEW Fight Forever comes out.
How many people?
How many cover changes will they go through?
Fully complete WWE 2K23 before AEW Fight Forever comes out.
Right. They're like, every time we want to release this fucking game, the WWE releases more shit. Killing me.
Christ, could you imagine after they just released 2023, they could have released 2024 before we even get this game out? Like, give us some time.
Right? Like, come on.
Fair is fair. It's a monopoly.
Yeah, these bastards.
The GOAT, what up? Apparently, we got Tom Brady watching with the GOAT.
Right? Or it's Chris Jericho.
No.
Bah.
I'll take. Well, no, we got the B, so it's the boat. It's Natalia.
Oh, there you go. There you
Best
go. There
of
you
all
go.
time. Roll up for Takeshita. 3 counter.
Yeah, it's funny because it's Takeshita. My tongue doesn't do that part. The last part there.
It's like trying to get you to say
Shut up.
Hajime and all of that. Yeah.
That one, dude, you can't just make shit up. Yo, we get a backslide win. And Vance rolled route like shit. All right, he just left. Like, oh, I guess I lost. So Takeshita with the win. That was pretty close. Come on, bro.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
I don't think I froze. Did you freeze?
I'm coming out of it. Was. Oh, and we got Swerve right backstage right now. Is what they're doing with Swerve good at all?
No.
Which is worse? What they're doing with Swerve and not Lesnar and all of that.
And not Lesnar.
Versus Skid Row, Hit Row, Flop Dollar, Insufficient Funds.
The Hit Row is shit on their own, and I don't necessarily blame the booking because I feel like they've been given a decent amount of time, but I think Swerve being trapped in with these fucking nobodies, I think he would be better off just being a solid solo act. He's good on the microphone. He's a good athlete. He's great in the ring. He understands psychology. He's smart. Use him. Get him out of this fucking mix. Stop muddying up the waters. Stop putting good talent around shit talent and just push the good talent.
So you had it's a rudderless boat versus, a man stuck with anchors.
No, I feel like it's anchors. I feel like he's
well, no, that's what I'm saying.
One's
a rudderless boat, the other is a man stuck with anchors.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got Mark Briscoe out now cutting a promo.
I love Mark Briscoe,
the
dude.
Ring of Honor tag titles and reach for the sky, boy.
Fucking CJ, man.
Why?
Just Mr. Brand. He's always good for a good laugh.
Always good for a laugh.
He's always good for a fucking chuckle. All right, so Mark Briscoe is in the ring, folks, if you did not know.
Jordan, what up? Mark talking about talking to Tony right now. March the 31st. We're getting the finest tag team, so it's like what we talked about. Are we getting, the Jay Briscoe Invitational?
I really think that's what it should be, is the Jay Briscoe Memorial Tournament for the new tag teams. But my fear is Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett win it.
Where we're hanging the tag team titles from the rafters, where somebody's got to reach for the sky.
Ah, you see what they did there?
I thought it sounded good too. And we've got Mark, spoiler alert, going to be challenging Samoa Joseph for the Ring of Honor TV title.
Ooh.
The Lucha Bros.
Reach for the sky ladder match. I'm okay with that.
Recent, I guess, friends of the Briscoe brothers of obviously after the 6-man tag match at Revolution, but the Lucha Bros would be one half of this or one part of this.
Okay. Zeno.
It's so interesting to me because I almost feel at times of on paper a Ring of Honor super card, like a Ring of Honor pay-per-view on paper.
Right.
That always sounds better than an AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah? Why?
There was how many matches we were excited for Revolution.
Fair enough.
we've already got how many matches we're excited for Supercard of Honor.
You know what? That's a valid point. It really is, because right away, without even knowing what's on the card, I said it last night when we were Luna and I were doing the Ring of Honor and Impact coverage. I said, man, I'm excited for Supercard of Honor. Still don't even know what's going to happen on it, but I know we're going to get Eddie and Claudio. Now we're getting the ladder match, which will involve
the Lucha Brothers.
The Lucha Bros. Dude, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
A serious fucking question, my friend. Mm-hmm. Not you, Siri.
If you smell...
Here, go away.
Okay.
She answered.
Anyway, at least one woman listens to me.
You're about to get my ass in trouble.
But where the fuck was I going with that? Serious question. Is Riho versus Nyla Rose an example of us, like AEW, still stuck 3 years ago?
Yes.
Like, is that not proof, like, when you're getting this kind of shit, that you're not advancing the company enough?
It's yes to that, and it's also a bit of with the whole I don't know how to fit other talent in. It's well, you just need to actually fucking book them and put a story behind them. You literally cannot. Is there anyone that is in the main event scene now that wasn't in the main event scene or out? I guess halfway take the buffer of peripherally around that at the start of AEW.
Yeah, no, absolutely. These fucking food commercials, man.
Well, when you get stuck in the Northeast and sometimes you get advertised shit for like Popeyes and everything.
That's what I got rid of.
But you are nowhere near me.
Fitting tribute to Jay Briscoe. Absolutely. March 31st, Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. How about we find us a big old toll ladder, we hang it from the rafters, and let's call that a reach for a sky ladder match. I like it, Nick. I really do. Yes, I agree. They are too cool. Nick Freeze and KJ Snow White. Nick Freeze.
Banging it.
Do you want to build a snowman? I can't be, I
like how you went instantly to like Frozen and everything, and I went into like Scotty Tuahati and Grandmaster Sexay and all.
Right? No, I went the other way. Hey, what's up? I got that one. What else?
Do you want to make fun of a snowman? Right. Come on, let's go on stream and talk.
Yeah, I think KJ Snow White. That's kind of adorable. You guys are cool tonight. We're cool every fucking night.
Am I Sub-Zero? Sub-Zero, not Sub-Zero. Am I Glacier?
Sub Mysterio.
Sub Mysterio. He hasn't worn a mask like that,
right?
Or are we Frozen like KJ's over there? Do you want to make fun of a snowman? Come on, let's go on stream. I don't see you anymore.
Yeah, reach for the Skylar. All right. Yes, I agree. They are too cool. Okay, I like that though, Larry. Nick Freeze, eh?
Do I need to just start yelling at my wife of like, honey, where is my super suit? You call me Nick Freeze. Of either what am I supposed to do, Mr. Freeze? What killed the dinosaur? What killed the dinosaurs, Batman? The Ice Age.
Fucking Larry, if you did that on purpose, totally high five to you on that one. He's gonna take credit even if you didn't. That's amazing.
Wait, what?
We're getting a replay of the Hook Stokely fucking issue.
Explain what you just said to me.
About what?
Your response to something there. The vitamins just I didn't understand anything.
Can you please explain yourself?
Legit, you were talking about Larry about how he was great on something.
No, I don't even know. Oh no, because Larry with the Nick Freeze setting up you for Arnold was pretty sweet.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah, good job, Larry.
I was like, I'm
shit,
either
that went
doing
right over
that
your head.
or I'm Frozone over here of, honey, where's my super suit?
Right? Popeye's chicken is the shit.
Where's my super chat? Where's my super sticker?
There you go. There you go, Larry. Take it. That's
Fine.
awesome. Frosted lemonade from Chick-fil-A. What's up? There you go.
Y'all making me want fucking
dude.
chicken so much after this right now.
Well, speaking of chicken, and I mean it's Rio and Nyla Rose. So y'all, have you guys just got, or have you always had a chicken Big Mac?
What?
Canada just got a chicken Big Mac, and it was a big deal on March 7th. So a couple days ago, they launched the chicken Big Mac in Canada.
I need to fucking check it.
I haven't tried it yet, but
I don't eat that much. Well, I have a strict thing that I stay to towards when it comes to McDonald's. I know this is the safe zone, so
yeah.
I'm gonna check on this now,
though. It says, "Who opened your mind?"
What?
Oh, apparently there was a QR code, like the OG White Rabbit code. The new one says they did it. Shows return 313 this Monday Raw.
Oh, well, because I did see people saying that Bray was supposed to, or there was going to be a Uncle Howdy segment, much like we had it rumored that there was going to be a Roman Jey Uso segment on SmackDown. So are we teasing? Well, that would make sense if we're getting Bray Bobby, that we're going to tease it more towards Monday Night Raw.
No, that makes sense, but I'm going to be honest, dude. I really think watching Howdy get in the ring like a normal, like just a run-of-the-mill wrestler and get popped by Bobby really took a lot of fucking shine off me for this whole situation. I don't give a fuck about Howdy right now. Like, oh, he's just a dude. He's not this big creepy entity and some mysterious guy. He just
it's to me, it's everybody that's like, oh, how initially, well, now they're saying it makes sense of why you went after Bobby because of do the muscle man dance, this, that, and the third, and everything. And it's like, well, then what about the thing with Alexa? What about the Firefly Funhouse puppets? What about the Firefly Funhouse coming back? What about all of his back and forth with Howdy? What about LA Knight? Like, there's so many pathways that we've gone down with this that have all been just dead ends that lead to nothing, and it's getting too much at this point.
Give us something. And I mean, I'm I don't know. Are people going to be happy with a cinematic match between Bray and Bobby? Or, like, I mean, my preference is I'd like to see a match and try and make it a good one, guys.
It would be fitting, though, to an extent with it being Hollywood.
Interesting, but I don't know, dude. It's bothering me. Like, there's not a whole lot of substance. Like you said, it's not getting where I need it to go.
By the way, we do not, as far as at least what I've seen on the U.S. menu, have a chicken Big Mac. For those who are waiting with bated breath on that. Oh, no, y'all get to be the guinea pig for that shit.
Right, we're testing it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the cool stuff that we just wait to see if we get.
2 crispy chicken patties. Lettuce, pickles.
You were trying to do the.
I wanted to see the beef automatically, right?
No, because I was never. I was a BK kid. I'm more BK than Mickey D. So yeah. Okay. But we do also, by the way, speaking of something less relevant, we do have Rio versus Nyla Rose.
I missed who the blonde lady is. Oh, Riho throwing Nyla. Oh, this is ridiculous. Is that chauffeur?
No, it's not a chauffeur. It's Marina Shafir. You don't see exactly like she said. You don't know who I am.
You don't know me. Yeah, you're right. I do not know you, Miss Strong. So cute tonight, Riho. It's upset.
Shafir would be so much better if you had a women's faction of even if you didn't do
this 5 years so ridiculous.
But if you didn't do Jessamine Duke and you had Marina Shafir, Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Ronda Rousey, there you go. There's a fucking badass MMA women's faction.
Am I the only one that did? Like, I really do not care for this match at all. Like, to me, this was 3 years ago. Yeah,
This
amen.
feels like you said, yeah, valid point. It feels like the first year or so
Yeah.
of
Isn't that your
AEW.
first 2 champs?
I believe so, actually.
Yeah. That was my first ever job, folks. Wendy's, flipping burgers at Wendy's.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about, we could get a new whole.
No, we're gonna get into this because
we'll get into
bullshit
it. Do we
booking.
want to? Do we want to, or do we want to save it till after the show? Because I could do this.
It's so funny. I want Mello to beat Breaker. Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely, I want to.
Carmelo?
But we are in picture, so fine. So out of those three, out of Mickey D's, out of Burger King, and Wendy's, we're not including offshoots like Five Guys, all that. We'll get into straight burger talk here. So Fry, which out of those three rank your top three?
McDonald's is best fry.
Okay.
I think
number
Wendy's
2
is a close second.
And so BK number 3?
Yeah, for fries, yeah. And they give you the smallest amount of fries, the bastards.
Well,
at least in Canada. Things might be different in your country.
I will admit I do also half the time double up with I do them and the onion rings. So
okay, some frings.
Well, no, I'll get a large order of those and a large order of that. Like my BK order used to be fucking massive, especially when I'm playing football.
I hear you, bro.
I ordered like 2
I'm definitely eating food when I get off this fucking stream now.
Oh, 100%, my guy. You have no fucking clue right now.
Yeah, see, I've never had a Whataburger.
Right, like I said, a Whataburger is not included in this.
Not included. Yo, I see like a million fucking commercials for Sonics. It makes me think that like Sonics.
Damn, dude, how I with a fucking burning passion want a Domino's near me, or not a Domino's, Little Caesars, just because, Little Caesars, just because of the goddamn crazy brand.
I love Little Caesars. I got one not far from me, and I mean,
I don't have one for
a $5 hot and ready. You can't go wrong with that. Pause.
But anyway, so mine fries wise,
really dying for some hot and ready.
Pause. Do something strange for a little piece of change. But
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. No, see, I like Wendy's, but I like Burger King too.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's when it comes to fries.
Depends on my mood. Yeah, okay, burger.
Wendy's are good if you have them super hot. Beyond that, but
fair enough. Yeah,
McDonald's are very much the same way. If McDonald's can last a little bit longer, I'll see that.
No, McDonald's are salty McDonald's fries, and I'm good.
They're the most unbiodegradable shit.
Right. McDonald's never. Wendy's got sick every time. Oh shit. If I go to Wendy's, I get a spicy chicken every fucking time. I keep it simple. Okay, I barely get their actual burger.
So we'll get into, do we want to say chicken? Like if we're including
best chicken sandwich for me, see, it's
we're going chicken sandwich.
Are we gonna go best chicken sandwich?
I was gonna say just chicken category.
We're gonna
go full. We're going full Cornetti.
I'm a sucker for like you do like we have like an Asiago spicy chicken one, or like just spicy chicken.
McNugget, my guy.
Oh shit, dude!
The chicken.
Y'all have the spicy McNugget.
McNugget wins out over McNugget versus chicken fry.
Oh no, chicken fries suck. They're not good.
I don't mind chicken fries, but they are good. But I've become a fan of Wendy's chicken nuggets. I would.
Do you guys have the spicy McNuggets?
For spicy McNugget?
Yeah, at McDonald's.
I think so. I haven't
spicy McNuggets with some honey. Oh, I'm in.
I almost like Wendy's McNuggets more than I do the McNugget.
Burger King, I find, at least in my neighborhood, the nuggets tend to be small and dry.
Pause.
Sonic has awesome food. Thank you, Aaron. Pizza
Hut. Checkers was good. Everybody's keep living off of these shits, knowing that we're just gonna. I'm gonna make so much food when I get off here. I'm gonna probably.
Most people know who won this match already, anyway, and Riho and Nyla Rose is not exactly keeping my attention.
That's fine. So we'll keep going. So thumbs up or thumbs down, I guess, on about if you want to keep us going with debating if this should be a new show, a new segment, all of that.
See, I like it. Chicken fries are out. Chicken product in general, but I mean, I'm a sucker for.
You want to talk about McDonald's with the pink goo?
A pause.
You haven't seen the video or the alleged? I think it's now been debunked of McDonald's chicken nuggets with the pink goo. That literally looks like a giant fucking Laffy Taffy strawberry soft serve. That's what makes up your McNugget.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
You're like, still fine. It sounds delicious,
dude. When I'm drinking, I want to fucking. I'm always down for a solid McChicken when I'm drunk. I'm not a nugget. I'm not a nugget.
I am not a nugget. Cannibal Corpse, George Fisher. What?
What's up?
What up?
Cybernetico official
facts. I had one. Well, there's one still by me, but when I lived in Concord and everything, yeah, that was a frequent. Hush puppies are the shit, by the way.
Hush puppies. Y'all gotta get some
best burger. So we need to settle this.
Best burger.
Best burger.
My favorite out of the bunch might be the Whopper.
Oh wow!
Truthfully, and I feel like McDonald's got so small over the years, or my hands got bigger. One of the two.
No, it just got so styrofoamy.
Yeah, just straight up. I think
it all feels artificial.
Out of those three, I think my favorite burger is probably going to be a Whopper. Close second, like a Baconator, maybe.
Oh no, my guy. Baconator, and then I will say outside of the Baconator, there's maybe one or two on Wendy's that I like versus BK. I actually really like the Bacon King, or they have
the Bacon King is fucking awesome. Actually,
the stackers are really good. So, like I said, of those two are 1A to 1B with me. I would go to Burger King a lot more if the one by me didn't suck ass.
But the Bacon King's a good show, bro.
And that
might be my current favorite.
And for McDonald's, it's the double quarter pounder with bacon or whatever. I don't fuck with the Big Mac. No, the most I'll do is I'm getting a shit ton of McDoubles.
That's my favorite shit. I'll get a box of nuggets and a bunch of fucking McDoubles.
I was gonna say those are Big Nick's, I guess, White Castle sliders. This is our Harold and Kumar,
right?
Trip to White Castle is if you want the KJ, you want the YouTube Tag Team Champion Special, you go to McDonald's right now. You get 4 large fries, 40 nuggets, and 8 McDoubles.
Man, and a few weeks back, I was at a work function thing, and the boss literally ran out and came back with 80 nuggets, a stack of the McDoubles, and just loose box of fries. Threw it in the middle of the table and have at her. We got 1 hour.
I'm taking a whole box of nuggets with me. Of those are potato chips. I can just go to town.
The Texas Double Whopper, baby. That's with, the onions and the barbecue sauce, right? Five Guys, I think,
the rodeo burger. The rodeo burger is the 100% the 6th man when it comes to the fast food menu is the rodeo burger from BK.
All right. Yeah, okay.
The cheeseburger with onion rings and barbecue sauce on it from BK.
Okay. Five Guys beats them all. I do think Five Guys is a little overrated.
Well, that's no shit. That's not debatable. That's like saying, fine dining beats,
fast food. A bit of a stretch.
Well, I'm not saying Five Guys is fine dining, but still.
I like Five Guys. I just think it's overpriced and a little overhyped. Don't forget the Clogger.
Yes. The Clogger.
Pop
2 sips of crispy bacon.
The Popeyes chicken sandwich is a banger. I will give you that.
No, I'll where I live, it was a big thing that we have a fucking.
I heard people. I saw videos of people in the States freaking out over the fucking chicken shortage.
Well, no, it was the egg thing.
Now that's new. But I remember when the Popeyes chicken people did not have enough of their chicken sandwiches, and people were getting very upset.
That was a while ago. As Rio gets the 1, 2, 3 on a roll up, the most devastating move in professional.
Did she honestly beat Nyla again?
All
right, guys. There you go.
Nyla, who at one point was built up like a fucking world beater.
But Rio doesn't lose, man. She's the Orange Cassidy of the women's division.
But Marina Shafir was just sitting there watching it happen. And now we're just power bombing her after the fact.
I love Tubby Subs. I don't even know what Tubby Subs is, but it sounds plausible.
That makes me think. Well, we have Jersey Mike's, and that's way better than Subway. Best pizza.
We have a Filthy Phil's, which is really good.
What's your go-to pizza spot?
Oh,
Like chain.
Chain, I think more than anything else right now. Like I love Pizza Hut. I really do. I like what Pizza Hut does. But I think the one I go to the most would be Little Caesars because it's cheap, it's easy, and the crazy bread is fucking ridiculous.
Right. I wish so much right now.
Little Caesar fucks around with pizza though. Like you go get like one of those fucking bacon wrapped deep dish pizzas. I'm like, this is fucking excellent.
Right, especially on the vitamins and everything. You get halfway. You get half a pizza and half garlic breadsticks.
Over.
As we've got the.
This is interesting.
The Lowell,
wait. So why?
Because
now they're gonna drag Rio into this bullshit.
No, they're gonna.
She already got beat up. She already got made to look like a clown.
What is the image that they're doing here? This just looks like
it's an L.
This looks like if you took DX's colorway, spiced it with the NWO, and then just made it, like Raven's Flock.
This is so fucking weird and contrived. And it's just a way to get Rio involved in the whole scenario. Rio's going to be the hero.
Kids got fucking slimed on Nickelodeon better than they got spray painted on fucking AEW with this shit.
You want to
like,
finish?
For fuck's sake, we're a billion-dollar company. Can we not spare for a little bit of spray paint or something?
She's so tiny she couldn't do the bottom of the L. She could only do a small L.
She's got the letter.
You're just getting a line, lady.
You're just getting a line. I don't have enough canvas to do the cross here. But so yours is Domino's. By the way, that was Rampage. As you can tell how much it went over and how good it was, if we're talking about favorite fast food spots.
Yeah, that was the main event of Rampage tonight. Ouch. Dude, don't even get me started with Taco Bell.
I don't.
No, I'm sorry. No,
I don't mess with Taco Bell.
Dude, I get every once in a while. Just there's the right level of baked where I will spend a ridiculous amount of money on a good quantity of Taco Bell and totally fucking love life until I wake up the next morning.
See, I don't mess with Taco Bell, and that's just more of I'm a picky idiot at times.
Fuck it. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care if it's
I
don't give a shit.
To me, best pizza place out of, I guess, probably top couple of major chains is Domino's Brooklyn style pizza. As a native New Yorker, that's the closest I can get to it.
That's a good show.
The wings suck. Don't ever get any wings. Get wings.
I like
Wing Street or your local spot. Get pizza.
Know what I love
from Domino's and their garlic Parmesan bread bites or whatever. Hashtag not sponsored for anything.
Shout out Domino's. We don't have any pizza cutters here, but Nick Gage.
Oh, I got you. It took me a fucking minute. I was like, what?
Man, those
pizza cutters were outlawed in Canada.
Right? No, we don't have any pizza cutters. We don't have any pennies, but no pizza cutters.
We got the loonies and the toonies.
Right, but
we're tiny. We're teeny. We all live in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Those lava cakes are fucking yummy.
Fair enough.
My buddy used to eat them cold out of the freezer when we worked there.
Bellator is on Showtime. I love White Castle.
I've never had White Castle.
The missus has, but the stuff that you get in the frozen stuff and everything, I'm like, I would fully do like the Harold and Kumar, like White Castle. Just
absolutely.
I'm fucking Kirby right now. Just give me
I'm looking forward to getting off this stream. You can give us a
real win for the dusty road, the American dream, baby. You have it, baby. You couldn't sell it, you couldn't buy it, you couldn't get rid of it if you wanted to. You are it.
Right. What happened there? I don't know. I love pizza. My favorite. A friend of mine used to say the thing about pizza is it's like sex. Even not so good pizza is still Really good.
It's like missionary.
It's still
Every
good.
single
No, that's not what he meant.
Why?
Even bad pizza is still pizza.
100%.
Taco Bell is only drunk. Yeah, no, 100%, dude. You got to be bombed to take on Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
It's never a sober decision.
Fast Pizza Sabros from Brooklyn, and you're a goddamn liar. I'll say that, and I say
they have the best pizza.
I say Domino's. It's so hard as being a native New Yorker trying to find like New York style pizza in fucking New England. So no, just the fact that you said Sabros was the best pizza. Respect to everybody. It was just no
Pizza Hut.
Wrong.
We have a pizzeria on every corner here. It's Buffalo. Yeah,
Aaron, I will respectfully
shout out to
Buffalo. Right, I was gonna say I can't say nothing about Buffalo. Aaron, you probably would be one of the most likely fans that I end up actually meeting in person at this point.
Shit.
Well, I probably going out to a Bills game or something like that. Why?
Right. 1 out of 10. Did any other ratings come in? Did anybody rate this show? Did anyone give a fuck?
No, we're over here talking about fast food.
We've been talking about fast food for 25 minutes.
I was going to say I could keep going.
Oh no, absolutely, dude.
But
1 out of 10. Anybody else got a rating for Rampage? How are we feeling before we head towards the door tonight, folks? And I will remind everyone, we do this all the time. If you don't see us this weekend, you will see us on Monday for Raw. You may or may not see us this weekend. We'll figure it out. But you will see Big Nick for XFL tomorrow at noon. And yeah, we're heading towards WrestleMania. You know, we got multiverse of matches, New Japan Impact coming up. We got more GCW shows. We got more fucking AEW shows. We got more specials, more excitement, more fun, pre-shows, Hall of Fames. Oh my God, it's not going to stop. And I can't believe you didn't say what through any of that.
I was more of just, all right, how do I follow this up?
But don't miss out, folks. It's going to be a fun time. And the good news is, Nick, sometimes you don't have to.
Fuck you.
See, Chicago, there's always a debate about where the best pizza is.
It's not Chicago. That's not a pizza. That's a fucking calzone. That's a casserole. That is not pizza at all. That's not even a debate, which, by the way, shout out the Chicago Bears trading the first overall pick in the NFL draft to the Carolina Panthers. But see, you know, when you're a Buffalo Bills fan who's in New York, you don't need to even worry about picking that high in the draft because you're picking towards the back end of your, you know, how can we maybe still trade down and add some extra picks, all that. But yeah, no. New York pizza all day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, but
you know, I'm going to patre a file spirito Sante over Chicago pizza.
There you go. If you're in Brooklyn and think, all right, that's for you.
Oh, if you're in Brooklyn and think Sabros is the best, you need to get out more and watch Davey Paycheck's One White Pizza reviews. Absolutely. Go and shout out to, you know, El Presidente, Dave Portnoy. You know, I halfway feel a sideways connection there of being a, you know, New Yorker who lives in New England to Dave Portnoy, but absolutely. That's your pizza scale. Which, by the way, though, I will say, do not get One White Pizza, the frozen pizza. It is worse than the Tony's, than Bagel Bites, than fucking
Bagel
Red
Bites. Oh my God, Bagel Bites. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Anyway, Domino's crunchy thin crust, dude. I love a good thin crust Domino's. I'll do it with like I'll do it with like chicken and barbecue sauce and fucking jalapenos. Let's go.
You're this weird bastard child of me and my wife when it comes to fucking.
Pardon? Pause. I don't think so.
No. When it comes to pizza versus when it comes to Domino's, because I do Brooklyn style, and most of the time I'll get Philly steak, and then I'll either get hot sauce or I'll get jalapenos on it.
Yeah.
My wife is all much like about
the chicken,
barbecue sauce, olives, and then like bacon.
Bacon's I'm such a sucker for bacon. 1.5 out of 10.
Yeah, olives. I don't fuck with olives.
I don't fuck with olives either. Olives falls into the pickle.
I'll do pickles like MJF. Pause.
Nope. There's only a handful of things on the planet I'm not willing to try, or I've tried and I won't return to: pickles, olives. 6 out of 10. Oi.
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 Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. Ziggy zaggy. Oi, oi, oi.
Rocco and Big Nick
Lou
from the
Malnati from
FBI.
Chicago is the best I ever had.
Oh, you got that one, did you?
Small Mark. Our socials go below. Hit me up and I will send you other places that are way better than the Walt Disney, like the Walmart of
Oh,
fucking,
shit.
I guess, good,
Right?
quote unquote, good Italian pizza.
Good
Well,
pizza.
this Lou Malnati's is so trademarked at this point. It's so, we're the first pizza place. It's halfway become the McDonald's of like
Really?
good pizza. It's trademarked as shit. It's fucking Disney World.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Good pizza. Well, of course.
Fuck it. Deep dish is definitely a Chicago style staple. They have a great place in Tucson Tucson called Rocco's. That is amazing. There you go.
I was gonna say, how do we go from Chicago to Arizona?
Hey, we bounced around,
Rocco's out there. No olives, but Olive Garden, yes. No, Olive Garden is not Italian either.
Damien's like, can we talk about the wrestling too?
Right? No,
Sorry, Damien.
because the wrestling wasn't great, and we are.
Olive Garden is to Italian food what red light. Amen. Amen. Ding.
Yes.
But we still go. It's still good. It's still all right. I love a good red lobster.
Better made biscuits and endless breadsticks are why you go. It's free bread is why people go to those fucking restaurants.
Right? Yeah, pretty much.
No, pretty much. Just yes.
Do you guys have East Side Mario's in your country?
I feel like I did.
It's like the same concept. It's like Italian, but it's all you can eat, like salad and soup.
Like I said, I remember it growing up, but I also grew up close to the border. So
they did spray paint Riho. So Riho's going to be pulled into the storyline. She will probably, flank like.
She got the lowercase L.
Yeah, she got a lowercase L. There was not enough room for the turn. No dog leg for this lady. Subway
is amazing. Oh no,
I don't mind Subway.
Jersey Mike's with Danny DeVito doing the commercials.
That's foreign to me, buddy.
That's what we have.
Oh, okay. What's the place in the States that refuses to deliver outside of like 13 minutes? There's a sandwich place that I've seen commercials for, and they won't go outside of like, that's the whole thing. If you're not close enough, we're not bringing it to you.
I don't know that one.
Oh, fuck. Someone help me out there. I know.
I get Jersey Mike's with Danny DeVito out there.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
I got this Magnum sub for my Magnum dog.
Looking forward to Tony Deppen and Willie Mack. That'll be a good one. Absolutely. Masha and Nick Gage is going to be outstanding. Masha's not messing around, man. And she's making waves. I'd rather pop bellies than Subway.
I feel like at this point,
there's a place here called Firehouse, right? And it was created by firefighters, and proceeds from it go back to firefighters. And so it's a really like the Firehouse subs, but they're all like oven baked, kind of like the Quizno concept, but everything is so much fresher and dude.
You don't have the little like awkward like baked potato mascots of let's always go to Quizno.
No, I don't think so.
You never had that commercial?
I don't think so. Well, and most Quiznos are gone, like from Canada. A lot of them left.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying initially, like you're same vintage of mine, to where you have that commercial with the like, let's all go to a Quizno. The most disgusting creatures of like people know I'm not insane here.
I'm not insane. Nick, no room for Usur or Riho. Because they're the L. We got it. There was no room. I had a layover in Chicago from LA. I ordered pizza on the airplane in LA, had it delivered to the airport in Chicago, and carried it on. Wait, you ordered food in LA?
Why am I getting the whole backstory and the chronological? Like, I don't need to know the birth certificate. Like, I don't need to know. I don't need the ancestry for you, the pizza that you had.
Aaron's got a Firehouse, man. And me and my cousin, anytime one of us would get Firehouse, we'd send a picture to the other one, like, look what I got. It's fucking excellent.
Right. But Jersey Mike has the best subs.
Jimmy John's. A lot of people like Jimmy John's.
The Quizno Rat. See, I told you. I'm not that insane.
Tubby's. I like that place. Just because of the name. If you go to Kentucky, right. Rocco. What? Masha versus Mike Bailey. Damian refuses to give up.
Damian's the
March
only one. I'm like,
19th,
all
2
right,
days after fighting the Cage.
there is wrestling here.
This one is in Toronto. Masha Slamovich versus Mike Bailey.
Fair enough.
There we go, folks. But yeah, all right.
Say, do we want to keep going down the fast food train? Because that shows how
I give Rampage a 3. Domino's has a Noid. Pause.
Avoid the Noid.
Void the Noid? Okay.
And Tony Khan did not void the Noid. So
no, tonight was a 3. It was I mean, not at all. The main event sucked. The Sammy and Andrade was all right. A little bit twisted at the end. That's the only points I can give out tonight. Let's be
Rampage was a $5 hot dollar special, whatever the fuck they call it there. At
Rampage was officially 1 nugget out of 20.
Yeah. It's the $5 hot and ready out of Little Caesars there, because that's what that was. We spent 99.9% of the time just with the munchies here, just rating fast food and all of that over anything.
Oh, that's what the answer was. Sorry, my bad. It's Jimmy John's. I read it earlier and I didn't even dawn, but Jimmy John's won't deliver outside of a certain radius because they guarantee the freshest of subs. So if you live like 14 minutes away, you ain't getting shit. You got to come get it.
You got to
walk across your neighbors in order.
You got to walk that foot before.
Yeah, walk across your street. Can I call Jimmy John's?
Right. All right. I'm in front of Steve's now. Can I get my sub, please?
I give it a White Castle slider out of 10. Yeah, man. I give it a fucking pickle chips out of fucking a Big Mac. No shit, that sucks. This week,
give us though. Oh fuck, that's a good pickle out of 10.
That was fucking hilarious. Impact was the best this week. I don't know. I think Roadblock might have been the best, even though I didn't see it all. But it has been a pretty weak sauce week. Raw was all right.
Raw was good. SmackDown was all right. It's a testament that we've been talking about fast food for probably the past hour. But I guess so. Give us your fast food rating out of whatever with us when it comes to the stream versus when it comes to AEW, because that I feel like might be the better rating.
But yeah, folks. I mean, as we tip towards the door here tonight on this Feel Good Friday, clearly a Feel Good Friday. We need Wardlow to win AEW Championship. Maybe that's why they took the belt off him, Nick. Wardlow go after MJF? Just to lose?
No.
Rampage had no pickle. It was
already bad the first time that Wardlow got linked up with him, of how much can you keep burying talent that you should be trying to build up. You should be trying to build contenders. You should be trying to build the hounds to come after MJF, not just feeding the fucking lambs to slaughter.
Oh, that's valid. Checkers, burgers, and Whoppers, okay. 4 Whoppers out of 20, okay.
Well, no, Jordan's saying Checkers reminds me of there is a pizza place by me called Checkers Pizza. But
Mark gave us 3 Happy Meals out of 4. I want my 4th smile, lady. Lady.
Lady.
Usually went to lady. Like, hey, listen here, Karen.
I want my McFlurry.
Frank, thank you. Really hope Nyla would have a crisis of conscience and come back to help Rio. I don't know. I mean, to me, it feels like at this point we shouldn't really be seeing Nyla and Rio main event something.
We shouldn't be having to think about this as like an invasion type angle, especially involving Nyla and Rio and all of that. There should be.
So it's gonna be like me, Willow, Rio, and who's the other one that's upset right now?
Hater and Britt.
Oh yeah, sorry, you got Hater and Britt. So yeah, I mean,
everybody's saying that Athena is going to be the last one to join, but I don't get the whole like 4-on-4 of you should. Almost for me, if it would have been done better, is
so you're going to have 4 women with bad attitudes and none of them can talk compellingly. Shit.
You're going to have 8 women involved in this match and none of them can talk compellingly.
Let's give Britt a little bit of love.
Who the fuck did you think I wasn't talking about?
I don't know. You said 8 ladies.
Hater.
I just did the math. I figured she was on the other team and she was one of the 8.
Who?
Who? Yeah, exactly. Whoppers are the greatest, the best onions. The best onions.
I said Britt and I figured Britt and Hater were going to be the 2 that talk.
Okay, fair enough. There you go. But I mean, they should still be fighting and not all this other bullshit. Thank you, Jordan.
Right.
The wings of Checkers are very underwhelming. That's, you know what, you said that about Domino's wings, and as much as they're shit, every once in a while I just throw them in because I don't know. It's like
they're horrible.
They
if anything, get Pizza Hut wings.
No, Pizza Hut wings are phenomenal.
Get Wing Street wings. Get their boneless wings or whatever. And if it's not boneless, does it count as a wing? But no one wants to.
No, that's a nugget.
It's a nugget. Still, you get them, and you get them with whatever hot sauce, whatever sauce you want on that, and you get Domino's pizza. That's the best combination if you're going like the top 3.
But see, I love Pizza Hut pizza. Give me a stuffed crust fucking pizza any day. Like, I mean,
certain Pizza Hut pizza out. I say Domino's pizza only on a few. You can split those. You can split those based on what you want as a pizza. I feel
right.
This is how you know it was a good night in professional wrestling. And we're out here debating pizza places.
Jungle Boy versus MJF AEW Championship belt will be great.
No,
I think MJF would eat him alive. That's the bad news about that one.
Yep.
There'd be no way to build that because Jungle Boy can't hang. There's no way.
MJF has too much low-hanging fruit to go off with that.
Von Wagner versus Odyssey Jones next. I have many thoughts about Outsiders' original angle, why it could work very well, why it's fallen a bit flat before this week, but I could narrow it into one point. Stop spray. Yeah, Aaron, you're not wrong. I mean, the spray paint shit has been dumb, but the way the whole angle was presented, right? Like, we all watched it kind of implode. So now it's nobody gives a shit. It's not moving any needles, and it's surprising.
Well, it's nobody cared beforehand. So when you change it and try and make it more edgy, no one's gonna even more give a shit. So
Bobby Lashley going to AEW. Yeah, I think that's a different class of,
Yeah, no. All right. I think we're fully wrapping up here.
We're winding down.
Burgers. Yeah, right.
The viewership is starting to jump away. They're like, we're sick of this. We're going.
I think it's now a fine that we've fully dipped too far out into the nether here.
No, I mean, it was a night that allowed. I mean, like I said, it's a Feel Good Friday. It's our post show. We'll talk about, even during show, we'll talk about whatever we want. So here we go, folks. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the show. Yes, we are highly munched out at this point and dying to raid the fridge when we get off this talk.
Yeah, I got food right behind me.
But with all that being said, folks, we will be back. Click that little bell so you don't miss out anything. Noon tomorrow, we got Big Nick doing the weekly XFL update. And if nothing else, we will see you on Monday right through all of next week. We may see you this weekend. We don't know yet. But for everyone out there, we greatly appreciate you. And that's all I got for tonight.
It's all love, peace, and chicken grease. But
our stuff is chicken. Our stuff is beef.
Our shit is stuffed crust. Our shit is chicken fries. Our shit is Whoppers.
Right.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you're going to put that for life with it. What?
See you on the flip side, folks. Yeah.